We're live, we're live. How's everybody doing? We're here, NXT TakeOver in your house. We made it. Sorry I'm a little bit late. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's just technology. We're going to start off on a certain footing tonight because certainly, when you prep this all day, this a bit, peek inside behind the curtain, if you will. When we do these watch-alongs and we do these, whenever I do any videos or anything like this, there's a bit of a prep, obviously, that goes into it. Obviously, you can see like behind me, the graphics, all this kind of stuff. You prepare it, you get ready, you set the time. So we're going to go on at 25 past, just before the pre-show starts. And then, just wouldn't you know it, it feels like all day, your technology, your computer, your streaming software, it can work all day. It can work all day, except when you want it to work. Then you just literally press one thing and it meltdown. Everything meltdown. It's like 60 seconds before you're meant to go on. It's just, But we are live. We've made it, guys. We've made it for NXT TakeOver in your house. So thank you, everyone, for joining. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, smash a like on the like button if you're excited for TakeOver. Super chats, as always, are open as well. You can do that by clicking the $sign. Any contributions are greatly appreciated. It's the best way to support the channel. As the NXT TakeOver pre-show has started, I saw Sam Roberts on there. He's shaved his head fully now. It looks like Lex Luthor mixed with, I don't know, Yogi Bear. We got a couple in the chat already. Tavon McKenzie says, hey, how you doing, Tavon? Thanks for joining us. Andrew Pollard says, hi, Owen. Excited for TakeOver in your house tonight. Such a good weekend for wrestling pay-per-views. Indeed, indeed. I've got my energy drinks with me again tonight because it's been a long, long couple of days with last night's Against All Odds event. Then today, it was Against All Odds event, and then today there was the England match, of course, Euro 2020. England won 1-0, which was a lot of fun to watch. But immediately afterwards, I was talking about this earlier, immediately afterwards, I just literally just passed out for like 4 or 5 hours. I was so tired. I guess just, last night's, and then the adrenaline of England playing today, it was just, it was crazy. But we are here. We are watching the TakeOver pre-show. Right now, they're just showing a pre-tape, a video for the $1 Million Championship ladder match. We'll go through the predictions quickly. I see Alpha's in the chat, says, what are your picks? We'll go through the picks quickly. There aren't a ton of matches. They're never normally out of a TakeOver pre-show. Or TakeOver event, rather. See, this is how I'm stop with it. I'm tired. Let's do these picks. Because let's start off with the winner-take-all match. Obviously, it's Bronson Reed, MSK, the North American champion Bronson Reed, and the tag team champions, NXT tag team champions, MSK. Also, you have, they're defending it against Legado del Fantasma. Obviously, the winners will win all the championships in this one. This is a really difficult one for me. I would prefer, the problem is when you do predictions, isn't it? It's what you would prefer as opposed to what do you think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen here is MSK and Bronson Reed retain. I think MSK and Bronson Reed retain. Bronson Reed has only just won the championship, a couple of weeks ago, defeated Johnny Gargano, steel cage match. MSK won the championships at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania weekend, which I know feels a million years ago, but it's not in the grand scheme of things. Certainly NXT Championship reigns don't feel that long ago. So I think we're going to see the champions retain here. When it comes to Legado del Fantasma, I want Santos Escobar on the main roster. I really do. I want Santos Escobar on the main roster. I think this guy is absolute money. Now, I know a lot of the time you could say, well, putting someone on the main roster is a death knell for anyone, which is true. We have seen that several times at this point. But I think the guy's money. I think he's absolute money. I think WWE, I always say this, and I know people get angry about me trying to replace Rey Mysterio, but frankly, WWE have been trying to replace Rey Mysterio for years at this point. Think of the names they have brought in to try and replace Rey Mysterio, whether it's Alberto Del Rio, Sin Cara, Kalisto, Humberto Carrillo, Andrade, Angel Garza. All of these guys brought in, the intention has been to be the next Rey Mysterio, because there was a point in time with Rey Mysterio in the mid-2000s on SmackDown. He was kept on SmackDown for such a long period of time because the draw that this guy would have, there was something ridiculous, like they would have 3 million Hispanic, Latino viewers. He was that big to the SmackDown market. He was that big of a draw, and they've been trying to recreate that ever since. they've not managed it. They've tried to replace Rey Mysterio so many times that they ended bringing back Rey Mysterio himself. But I think Santos Escobar might be the heir to the throne. I really do. In reality, the best person to do it, in my opinion, would be Rey Fenix. I think Rey Fenix is this generation's Rey Mysterio. I think he's just incredible. You just don't get better than him. I think he's absolutely superb. But going off on a tangent a little bit there. But I think that Bronson Reed and MSK retain their championships here. Women's Championship on the line. Raquel González defending against Ember Moon. I think this one's relatively predictable. Raquel González isn't losing the championship. It's just not happening. Certainly not in the first takeover after she won at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. I could see a situation where Raquel holds onto the championship for a very, very long time. She's still the heel for now. Obviously, I think at some point we're going to get the Dakota Kai versus Raquel González match against each other, which I guess would turn Raquel babyface. She's a weird one, Raquel González, because she was such a heel coming into her match against Io Shirai, and then since then it's kind of been, I don't want to say back and forth, but there's certainly been a point in time where she felt a bit babyface-ish. So I don't know if it's essentially a real gradual turn for her to turn into a babyface. I don't know, but she's going to retain the championship here. And again, eventually it'll get to the point where it's Dakota Kai versus Raquel González. I think eventually we could get to a point, as I mentioned before, probably the takeover on SummerSlam weekend, which we do know is going to happen. It hasn't been confirmed, but it is going to happen. I think we see a situation where it's Raquel González and Dakota Kai versus Io Shirai and Poppy. I think that was teased this past week on NXT. I think that's the end game. I think that's the end goal for WWE. I think NXT are looking at Poppy to be their version of Bad Bunny. They saw the success of Bad Bunny at WrestleMania, and they're going to try and replicate that when it comes to Poppy and NXT. So I think that's going to be the outcome there. Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. Now, there has been some rumors, hasn't there, that Mercedes Martinez could be paired with Eva Marie on the main roster. So maybe this is Mercedes Martinez's final match in NXT. That is certainly a rumor there. I don't know how accurate that is. There was rumors about Piper Niven from NXT UK possibly being the one to be paired with Eva Marie. Who knows? I'm just seeing, by the way, on the TakeOver pre-show, there's far more fans inside the Capitol Wrestling Center tonight, which is very exciting to see as well. As far as an outcome for this one, I think Xia Li wins this one. Obviously, they got the Chanshi faction. Again, it seems relatively predictable in the sense that why would you have this big dominant faction they've been building up for such a long time? Man, what a long time this faction's been built up for. And it feels like now we're only getting to a point where it feels really, something substantial is happening. And we're not even anywhere near championships or anything like that yet. So I think Xia Li wins here. I think that one's, again, relatively predictable. $1 Million Championship ladder match. This is one that a lot of people are excited about, myself included. It's LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes. The winner wins the $1 Million Championship, Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Championship, and carries on Ted DiBiase's $1 Million legacy. This one, for me, is actually quite a difficult one to predict, and I'll tell you why. You would think that maybe the obvious choice here is for Cameron Grimes to win, given his gimmick about, the cryptocurrency being this new millionaire, and obviously the whole reason that Ted DiBiase was brought in for this angle was because of Cameron Grimes, because they were doing a different version of the $1 Million Man gimmick, but with Cameron Grimes, and you could argue that given the character, Cameron Grimes legitimately is the one to carry on Ted DiBiase's legacy, considering that it's the same essentially character. But I just don't know. I really could see a situation where LA Knight wins, and LA. The thing is, with the difference between Cameron Grimes and LA Knight is, Eli Drake, LA Knight, he's no spring chicken. It really is now or never when it comes to him. And I don't see him being in NXT for a huge amount of time, frankly, because I think I just find the whole LA Knight situation just so surprising that it took him this long to get really in a featured position with WWE. And by that I mean this is a guy that he was in NXT or was in WWE developmental at some point. And look, you look at LA Knight and you would just say, Vince, that's what Vince McMahon wants. He's in great shape. He can talk. He's got the look about him. He's, again, a great talker. Maybe he's not amazing in the ring. He's fine in the ring. But it's the character, it's the gimmick, it's the catchphrases. He is a license to print money. Why? He's a Vince McMahon dream. So it's very surprising. But I'm going to go with a bit of a curveball. I'm going to say that LA Knight wins this one, even though logic would suggest that Cameron Grimes wins. But I'm going to go with LA Knight. I'm going to go a bit of a curveball on that one. And then we have the NXT Championship main event, a 5-way match. Karrion Kross defending the NXT Championship against Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, and Pete Dunne. This is an interesting one. The reason it's interesting is because there could be people that get called up to the main roster, especially as we get closer and closer to live fans returning. Logic would suggest here that Karrion Kross wins, and I think he probably does. And the thing is, I said this would take over stand and deliver, but logic would suggest that he would win because why would he drop the championship so soon? The only reason he would drop the championship so soon is that he would be getting called up to the main roster. Same vein sort of as Keith Lee did last year. Keith Lee won it and then dropped it, ironically, to Karrion Kross very quickly. The reason being that he was getting called up to the main roster. I just don't know. I don't know if I see that one. There have been a lot of rumors. There have been a lot of rumors about NXT, people coming in over the course of the last few days. One being Samoa Joe, obviously. Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross, SummerSlam weekend, NXT TakeOver, that's a big match. The only thing you could say is that you could look at that and say, okay, Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross, that's a big match. Maybe he comes in to do that match. Or you could look at it to say maybe Samoa Joe comes in to replace Karrion Kross because Karrion Kross is going to the main roster. It's a really tough one to predict. Another argument to be made also is that if Karrion Kross wins this match, essentially he's defeated every contender. Who faces Karrion Kross after? But my guts and my heart is telling me that Karrion Kross wins. I think he's going to stay around until at least SummerSlam. I could see Karrion Kross debuting on Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam. Adam Cole, I don't see what's left for him to do in NXT at this point. I think Adam Cole and Finn Balor will go up to Raw and SmackDown prior to SummerSlam. I think they'll be the two call-ups as WWE goes on the road. But I'm going to go with Karrion Kross to retain it, but it's a tough one. And there are surprises, shall we say, that I think are in store tonight. As I mentioned, the Samoa Joe rumors don't go away. I'm hesitant to say another spoiler, but there is another quite heavy rumor, shall we say, that is going on about a possible appearance tonight, and it comes from a certain person on social media. Now, I'm very hesitant to say it because I don't want to be in the business of spoilers, so I'll leave it to you in the live chat. If you want me to, I guess, reveal, again, it might be a spoiler, it might not be, but if you want me to discuss it, you can let me know in the live chat, but it certainly would be significant considering the recent news surrounding them over the course of the last few days. But that would be surprising, and again, it would be fascinating as to how quickly this would come together. But I know I'm being very cryptic as well there, by the way, but it's just, let's check the chat. Alpha is saying a lot of their predictions. I Faster Bradley's back. Yes. I Faster Bradley back once again. I bet loving it 2 nights in a row. I Faster Bradley, you love it. Hunter is just saying money, of course, for the $1 Million Championship. I Faster Bradley, any opinions on the YouTube TikTok event? Do you know what? And this is going to sound terrible, and it's going to make me sound so out of touch and all this kind of stuff. I didn't have a clue it was on. I feel like that's just not my generation. It's just not my generation. I'm not quite in the Who. It's just, I don't know. That's not been me. I can understand that people maybe like a little bit younger than me are into the whole TikTok thing. I don't even have TikTok on my phone. That's how out of it I am. Seriously, that's how out of it I am. So I don't even know the TikTok, versus YouTube thing. Even like the whole, I know of like big YouTubers. But even like stuff like that, again, I really don't know. I'm a pro wrestling channel, I'm really old school. So it's fortunate that I can get this whole stuff to work, let alone TikTok. I don't have it on my phone. So unfortunately, that's not really my deal. Okay, we'll go with the spoiler. We'll go with the spoiler. That was, again, I don't know if it's necessarily a spoiler. Time will tell. Okay. So there was a lot of reports this week about the AOP, the Authors of Pain. And a report initially was that they had retired. Of course, they were released by WWE last year as part of the budget cuts. And there was a report by Fightful Select this week saying that there had been lots of intentions to maybe bring them into various different companies over the course of the last 12 months or so, whether it's New Japan, AEW, that kind of stuff. And that both of the guys, Akam and Razal, were now working real-life 9-to-5 jobs. They were working legitimate jobs. And then this was followed up by a promoter that reached out to Fightful and said, actually, we tried to book them last year, and we were told that they were retired. Now, it's not sure whether or not the retirement came initially from them, if they'd said that they retired, or a representative for AEW had said they're retired. But the report came out that the feeling was that they were retired. And these are guys that are in their 20s. And the feeling that was that AOP was retired. Now, this was responded to by AOP. They both posted on their Instagram and Twitter accounts saying they're not done yet. And it was a picture of them with Paul Ellering. And a lot of people said, well, maybe the report by Fightful wasn't accurate. Maybe they're not retired. Maybe they are indeed coming back to pro wrestling at some point, but it's just the right opportunity hasn't been there over the course of the last year or so because of the pandemic, whatever. Anyway, just before NXT TakeOver in your house tonight, Paul Ellering, who of course was the AOP's manager, tweeted out, and I don't know if this has been deleted yet. We can go and check it once again, because it very much may have been deleted. But he tweeted out something that certainly has got a lot of people talking when it comes to... here we go. Paul Ellering tweeted out, there is no tag team in wrestling today that can be AOP. At NXT, at WWE Network, believe me, I know. So a lot of people said, well, wait a minute, what does that mean? Now, as far as I'm aware, it's still there. It hasn't been deleted yet. But now the discussion is, are AOP going to be returning to WWE, considering that Paul Ellering just randomly tweets out of nowhere, oh, the AOP, no one can defeat them. And not only does he tag WWE, but he tags the NXT as well. So, I don't know. That's certainly a possibility, isn't it? Certainly a possibility. John Elite for Life says, where was the TNA title during the main event last night? I thought it was unified with the Impact title. Kenny Omega was wearing it. Kenny Omega did wear the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. He was wearing it around his chest when he came out. I Faster Bradley says he woke up and saw the highlights of the TikTok and YouTube event. The thing is, it's the thing, Bradley, is that you, even though they are probably, he's trying to make me say stuff, those names, they genuinely could be TikTokers or YouTubers, and I wouldn't know. That's how out of it with that kind of stuff I am. That's how out of it. I genuinely wouldn't even know. So, there you go. We're seeing a sit-down interview with Legado del Fantasma at the moment, who I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Santos Escobar, big fan of, like I said, fan of Santos Escobar, fan of the faction, but the money there is obviously Santos Escobar. Oh, God. I broke it. There you go. See? They'll peek behind the curtain. That's how you know it's live. Like I said, I've had issue with the streaming software earlier. Now it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. But at least England won today, right? That's a positive. That's a positive. Even though that wasn't necessarily totally pretty. I wonder how long this is going to be tonight. Hi, Faster Bradley. I wonder how long this is going to be, considering there's only, 5 matches on the show? I would think maybe 2.5 hours, maybe. Not that I'm trying to wish time away, but I'm just saying, I was up till like 5 a.m. yesterday. And tell you what, it hit me today. It hit me. Because you can let me know if you know about this in the live chat as well, because I'm genuinely curious to know. So, like I said, especially those really late ones, like a couple of weeks ago when we had Double or Nothing the other week, and those AEW pay-per-views are long, and they start late as well. So you go through them, you try and stay up, you have the energy drinks, and the issue is that you have the energy drinks to stay awake, and then obviously you finish streaming, you're like, I can go to bed. You're like, I can't go to bed now. And so last night, I finished Against All Odds, and then went to sleep, and I woke up relatively early today. It wasn't that bad, and then I watched the England game, and I just completely crashed, and woke up like 5 hours later, 6 hours later. Didn't have a clue what time it was. I thought, oh my God, I've missed the TakeOver stream. This is such a nightmare. I Faster Bradley says that is the actual names. They aren't even funny. So there you go. No, I very. I think it might have even been you, Bradley, that said last night you watching the TikTok YouTube event, and that was genuinely the first I'd heard about it. So I don't know about this whole YouTuber boxing deal. Not that it matters. I mean, who am I? But yeah. I just think if I was a boxer, my analogy is that if I was a boxer and I had been doing boxing my whole life, and it's when I started it as a kid and I dedicated so much time to it, and I was still struggling to get on cards, and you have to scratch, claw, and all this kind of stuff, and you can barely get on a card. You get on a card for no money, and it's just about the opportunity and all that kind of stuff. And then you see a YouTuber that's famous for talking into a camera like this go into a card and get all of this money. That would bother me. That would really bother me. Now, obviously, the counter argument to that is, well, look, they became a well-known name. They bring eyeballs to the sports. They sell out arenas. They sell tickets. They deserve that money. That's fair, but it's all of these people when they do the YouTuber boxing thing. They fight anyone but boxers. That's the thing I don't understand. Well, they talk about how tough they are and how they're going to knock people out, but they'll fight anyone that isn't a boxer. Well, that's not really the point, is it? If you're basically confirming that you're not a boxer. This is the thing. People laugh. People laugh at watching pro wrestling, don't they? They'll say, "You do know it's fake, right? You do know pro wrestling's fake, yeah? Pro wrestling, it's all rubbish. You know it's scripted and predetermined." Yet people get annoyed when they watch Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. That wasn't predetermined at all. YouTuber boxing is just pro wrestling, but it's still kayfabe. Kayfabe still exists in the world of YouTuber boxing. That's the difference. And those people that purchased the Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul event, was that last weekend? People that purchased that and that got angry that there wasn't a definitive outcome, or they got angry that it was rubbish or, a schmoz and all this kind of stuff. They got angry about all that. It's a little bit like, well, you paid for it. You surely knew what you got angry, that the social media star fighting the retired boxer didn't have a finish that you thought it would. Oh, God, it's terrible, TNA's lot says, where is Eli Drake these days? Eli Drake is with NXT's LA Knight. He's competing for the $1 Million Championship tonight in a ladder match against Cameron Grimes. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that tuned in during last night's Against All Odds watch-along and post-show reaction stream. Of course, we'll be doing a post-show reaction stream for TakeOver tonight. But we got over close to 4,500 views for the Against All Odds post-show last night. So I really appreciate that. As I mentioned, we'll be doing a post-show stream for this. I'm just checking. 4,500 views on last night's Against All Odds post-show. So I really do appreciate it. We're only 60 subscribers away from 4,000 at this point. So if you are new to the channel tonight, be sure to subscribe, smash a like on the like button, share it as well as we get closer and closer and closer to that magic 4,000 number, which is very exciting. We probably won't hit it tonight, but hopefully, it's Hell in the Cell. There's so much going on in the world of pro wrestling at the moment, so we'll probably Obviously, we're going to be doing Hell in the Cell watch-along next weekend. Part of the excitement, I mentioned this last night, for the Hell in the Cell watch-along and post-show next weekend, not necessarily is the event. People might not be excited for the pro wrestling that we're going to be watching next weekend. What you can tune in for, and what you should be excited about, though, next weekend, is that I'm getting my first dose of the vaccine next Sunday. I'm getting my first vaccination jab next Sunday at 9 a.m. in the morning over here in the UK. By the time the watch-along rolls around several hours later, I'm probably not going to be feeling very well. So if that's the reason to tune in. That's the reason to tune in next weekend. Not the wrestling, is for me to watch me get incredibly groany and possibly vomit live on stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also as well, because I'm thinking about it out loud now, and I haven't really given it much thought. So I'm kind of literally this is just stream of consciousness at this point. But if I have my jab at 9 a.m. next Sunday, and I'll probably, for the rest of the day, I'll probably like try and sleep or something. But then I come on stream and I'm still not feeling too well. And then I start having the energy drinks. That could get nasty very quickly. I'm just sort of thinking, oh gosh. That might not be good at all. Well, yeah, it's all for the channel. It's all for the community. You can serenade me with the live chat and the likes and the subscribes. We're only a few minutes away from NXT TakeOver in your house going on the air. We've got Sam Roberts there. As I mentioned, now it's crazy when you go back. I was watching the other day because of that when it was Ultimate Warrior week with all those documentaries. I was watching on YouTube. Sam Roberts did an interview with the Ultimate Warrior. This is when he was involved in the video game 2K. I mean, what year would that have been? 2K14? Around that time, I think it was. Probably 2K14. He did an interview with the Ultimate Warrior. It was a 2K event. He did an interview with the Ultimate Warrior. And he's got a big, Sam Roberts afro. He's bald now. He's bald. He looks like Lex Luthor. Speaking with Sam Roberts, people don't like him for whatever reason. I think people don't like him because of the first of all, people don't like him because he's successful. That's where part of it comes from. People don't like people that are successful, or they, especially doing this, talking to people, interviewing people, they really don't like it. A great evidence of that is Sean Ross Sapp. Sean Ross Sapp has done fantastic work for a long time now. But especially over the course of the last few months or so, when it comes to the releases, SummerSlam, all this kind of stuff, a bit of success, man, people start jumping on him, and it's so not fair. So I think that's part of it. But also because Sam Roberts does the whole, he tried to do the whole heel announcing shtick, and people just hated him. I feel bad for him because this is a guy that just everything he's ever done, people just jump all over him. I mean, I didn't listen to Opie and Anthony or anything like that because you don't get it over here in the UK. I'd love to know how you can get Sirius XM or all that kind of stuff. But he was involved in that, wasn't he? And by all accounts, the people that were regular listeners to that show just hated him. So I don't know. I mean, I do my best. I do my best to listen to. I'm a Howard Stern guy. I do my best to listen to Howard Stern, but again, we don't get Sirius XM over here in the UK, which is such a pain. So you have to find other ways, don't you? You have to go on, YouTube or whatever, and it's such a pain. Because I am a Howard Stern fan, not necessarily modern Howard Stern. I do like Howard Stern from the Artie Lang years. Love that. I mean, talk about the tangents we've all gone on already. I've been on the air for maybe about half an hour, and I've talked about YouTuber boxings, Howard Stern. Getting the vaccine, and TakeOver hasn't even started. This is why you tune in. Right? It's a lot of fun. So we're about a minute away from NXT TakeOver starting. Of course, as I mentioned, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner, smash a like on the like button too. Super chats are open as well. We got a couple last night, which I do really appreciate. It's a great way to support the channel. Ensures we do watch-alongs and live streams like this going forward. Of course, we've got a huge summer coming up. We've got, as I mentioned, Hell in a Cell next weekend. We've got Money in the Bank in July. We've also got AEW's return to touring. You know what I think we will do? I know AEW Dynamite's got a load of specials coming up. I'm thinking we'll probably do watch-alongs and post-show reaction streams for those 4 TV specials that they're going to do as well. As I mentioned, we'll do... We'll be doing a watch-along and post-show stream for Money in the Bank in July. Of course, SummerSlam's coming up. We spoke about last night, maybe doing Triple Mania as well. Slammiversary's coming up in July too. I mean, it's just it's constant. It's constant. There's so much going on at the moment, so now is the best time to subscribe. It really is. But the show's just about to go on the air, so we're nearly starting. I have to open up another energy drink. These energy drinks I've got are too... I've got no nails. That's pretty cool. They've got the old school... everything's old school about this, obviously. They've got the old school NXT or In Your House or WWE Open there. We're seeing entries of Shawn Michaels. So I'm trying to open this can. There we go. We're continuing to see the NXT TakeOver In Your House cold open, which obviously is very In Your House inspired. Very much very 90s, isn't it? Very 90s. Todd Pettengill, of course, is hosting tonight as well. $1 Million Championship on the line tonight in the ladder match. TakeOver and ladder matches just go hand in hand, don't they, at this point? You had a ladder match at the last NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. What was the TakeOver before that? Vengeance Day? I don't think there was a ladder match during that one. I like the playing on the history when it comes to Mercedes Martinez and Xia Li, is that Mercedes beat her in the Mae Young Classic several years ago, and they're playing that back. They're showing the other week. That was a lot of fun the other week, wasn't it? Where Bronson Reed literally squashed, he absolutely squashed Santos Escobar up against the wall. It was brutal. It was hilarious as well. Todd says he's LA Knights. He is indeed the LA Knights. You find it funny that he's did the like Eli Drake or LA Knight thing. Britt Baker does that now. I'm surprised more isn't made about that. I'm hoping as well, actually, is a good point, is that the In Your House shows that they used to do, the In Your House shows were always very short, weren't they? They were reduced amount because they were shorter shows. They were about, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. There was a reduced fee for it because of the, it was a shorter show. So we had Doc Hendricks show up on NXT last week as well, which was a lot of fun. If you are new to the channel, though, be sure to subscribe, bottom right corner. Smash a like if you're excited for NXT TakeOver in your house. There he is, Doc Hendricks himself. They're in the Capitol Wrestling Center. Naomi Fox is there. Was she singing? What's going on? There's quite a lot of fans there in the Capitol Wrestling Center though tonight. More fans than there was previously, so we should have quite a good atmosphere, which is fun. Well, Naomi Fox is there, and she is clearly miming. What's going on? She's clearly miming. What? She came out, said, NXT TakeOver, you ready? Well, she's miming. I mean, clearly miming. It's not even close. She's definitely miming. What? She's obviously miming. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, I mean, I'm no singer, but this is. And now that's over. I'm not sure what that was. Here comes Todd Pettengill, though. He's not going to be miming. There he is, Todd Pettengill. Ah, what a man! What a man Todd is. He's still got the exact same voice. He looks very similar, doesn't he? This is the largest crowd in the Capitol Wrestling Center, largest crowd that they've ever done. Bring Todd back full time. Do you remember, was it SummerSlam 97 when he was doing the whole... SummerSlam 97, he was doing like some competition. He was calling the people, and every time they were hanging up or they were getting the answer wrong, I think it was Sable and Sonny were there. Well, here comes MSK, so it's going to be the winner's take-all match comes first. It's MSK, Wesley, Nash, Carter. Don't call them the Rascals. Be interesting to see, considering if we've got the largest crowd in the Capitol Wrestling Center. I don't think they'll probably need any of the sort of virtual fans around the outside, right? You know, Bronson Reed admitted that his claw thing. He does the whole claw thing. He got that from Lady Gaga. I love the Bronson Reed entrance as well. That Titantron of him walking through the city is so good. It's so good. King's Crimson said no fans on screen. I don't think so. I don't think there will be. There he is. There's Bronson Reed. I don't think they would need any fans on screen, I'm assuming, because if you've got that amount of fans in the Capitol Wrestling Center, I'm sure they'll probably have a better atmosphere than they had previously. It's interesting, of course, you had MSK come out. They got their own graphics. So does Bronson Reed. But there he is, Bronson Reed with his claw. With his claw in his green outfit. He looks like Rex from Toy Story. But Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma, it always makes me seem very, like I can speak Spanish when I say that, and I can't. Speaking of Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma, here they come. These guys are money, specifically Santos Escobar. And like I said, I would love for them to win all the titles tonight. Santos Escobar is money. That's why. They got pretty awesome entrance ring gear on tonight. Thing is with Santos Escobar as well, and not that it should matter, but in terms of WWE, especially for Vince McMahon, it does matter. Santos Escobar can speak perfect English. He doesn't have a thick accent or anything like that. Again, that shouldn't matter, but in the eyes of Vince McMahon, it does. We've seen what happens with talents like Shinsuke Nakamura or whoever that can speak English, but they have a thick accent. Santos Escobar doesn't. He is money. He is absolute money. What is weird, I've noticed, because when I've been watching NXT the last few weeks, I hadn't really picked up on this before, but MSK gets booed by the Capitol Wrestling Center, and I never understand it. I never understand why they get booed. MSK gets booed by the Capitol Wrestling Center, and Legado del Fantasma gets cheered, which I always find so odd. But it's winner take all. You've got two referees there. One holding up the NXT Tag Team Championships, one holding up the North American Championship. If you're excited for NXT TakeOver, smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Super chats are open. Get your predictions in the live chat with this one. Who do you think leaves with all the gold? Do you think it's Bronson Reed and MSK, Nash Carter and Wesley Lee, or Legado del Fantasma in Santos Escobar, Raúl Mendoza, and Joaquin Wilde? It's going to be Wesley and Mendoza starting this one. This is going to be hard to call because it's going to be so fast. Raúl Mendoza just so smooth. And so's, Wesley. Obviously, going from his days in Impact. We cover a ton of Impact stuff here on the channel, and they're just incredible. Oh, he flips back up as well. Mendoza flips up, so does Wesley. Crowd's certainly behind Legado del Fantasma. There's no doubt about that. Mendoza dives through. It's going to be Nash Carter in now. And then comes Joaquin Wilde. Speaking of, former Impact guys, you've got the Rascals in there. You've got DJZ, Zima Ion, previously in there as well. Todd says with fans in there, it almost feels like the ICW shows. Well, it just feels more like NXT, doesn't it? Look at that by Wilde. It feels more like NXT shows. The one you used to get at the WWE not Performance Center that you used to get at Full Sail University. Oh, knee to the face by Nash Carter. Goes for a kick, ducks under, goes for a schoolboy, gets a 1 count. Oh, jawbreaker by Wilde. Beautiful drop kick by Nash Carter. In comes Santos Escobar. Bronson Reed wants to get tagged in. Santos Escobar is saying, no, not me. No, don't tag him in. But unfortunately, Bronson Reed is in. And here comes Bronson Reed. NXT TakeOver trending #1 in the United States. Good for them. Well, Santos Escobar doesn't want any part of Bronson Reed. He's tagged in Raúl Mendoza. Santos Escobar is saying, yes, you can. He charges Bronson Reed. Goes for a spin kick, just bounces off him. Raúl Mendoza, he's so smooth. It's unbelievable. Springboard over the top, floats over. Goes for a clothesline, and again, just bounces off Bronson Reed. Goes for another one. Again, doesn't budge. Bronson Reed says, goes the whole Sting flex. Bounces off the ropes. Oh, what a clothesline by Bronson Reed. Whoo-hoo. So it's Bronson Reed and Mendoza ringing. You can see the replay here. Bounces off the ropes. Just bang. Oh, my gosh. Bronson Reed just sits down right on Raúl Mendoza. And in comes Santos Escobar. He made a blind tag. Now it's Santos Escobar and Bronson Reed in the ring together. No. Oh. Santos Escobar went for a body slam, a scoop slam on Bronson Reed. He just got crushed by him. He might have broken his back, broken his ribs. That was smart psychology. And once again, Santos Escobar wants no part of Bronson Reed. He's now tagged in Joaquin Wilde instead. Charges in. Oh, my goodness. Military press by Bronson Reed. Just throws Wilde across the ring. Nash Carter's been tagged back in. Beautiful helo by Nash Carter as well. And in comes Wesley. Good pace to this one. Oh, Wesley just springboard off the top rope. Lands knees first. Gets a 2 count. But the reaction to people in the Capitol Wrestling Center to MSK, I always find so interesting. I noticed it a couple of weeks ago. They made it was when they were I think they were defending the tag titles against. It might have been against Legado del Fantasma. Whoever. Oh my goodness. Sent on by Bronson Reed on Joaquin Wilde. Kicks out at 2.5. MSK made their entrance a couple of weeks ago and they got booed. And I was like, what? And I posted that on social media at the time. I was like, did MSK just get booed? And the response I kind of got was, yeah. Apparently the Capitol Wrestling Centers really likes the Legado del Fantasma and they boo MSK, which I really don't get. Nash Carter, oh my goodness. Wesley just springboarded over the back of Bronson Reed. Kind of shades of World's Greatest Tag Team. Goes for a cover, gets a 2 count. King's Crimson said, is Reed's outfit a Masawa reference? I don't know. Is it the right shade of green for Masawa? I mean, Masawa was green and white, wasn't it? I don't know. I have a feeling it's just more in keeping with MSK and green. Maybe it's Masawa reference. And if you want to watch some, if you've never, and again, if you're hearing that and you don't know who Masawa is, go and watch some matches. Masawa versus Kenta Kobayashi. Oh my gosh. Talk about guys beating the hell out of each other. Oh my. Wilde tags in Santos Escobar. In comes Escobar with Nash Carter in the ring. A forearm by Escobar. Nash Carter's now on the outside. Looks like we're going to have a dive. Oh, no. Pulls down. Nash Carter's going to go for a moonsault. It looks like from the second rope to the outside. I tell you what is, I always notice, Joaquin Wilde, off the top, oof. I tell you what I always notice about takeovers, every time I watch it, is that it's just so, oh my goodness, Wesley just dived to the outside as well. We're getting just dives non-stop. Mendoza's going to do one himself. Mendoza with a dive, corkscrew over the top onto Wesley. Bronson Reed, no he's not. No he's not. Is Bronson Reed going to do a dive? There's no way. He's bouncing off the ropes. Hits the ropes. Suicide dive. Oh, my goodness, by Bronson Reed. He must be 350 pounds. He just went through the middle rope. Oh, my God. Oh. That was incredible. Crowd are chanting NXT. They're trying to put in some "This is awesome" chants. But that was incredible by Bronson Reed. Oh, my goodness. Now Nash Carter's back in. Or pulled to the outside by Legado. And now it's Santos Escobar with Wesley. That's just been chaotic so far. It's been crazy. So it's Escobar in the ring with Wesley. And I was impressive by Bronson Reed. Their booking of him and the presentation of him so far in this match has been excellent. Now Escobar's got to go for a chop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My, oh my. Escobar throws Nash Cutter into the corner. Oh, pair of knees to the chest. Goes for a beautiful Frankensteiner by Santos Escobar to Wesley. Goes for a cover. Kicks out at 2. Now he's got a submission hold locked in. Andrew Pollard says, seeing the great crowd in the Capitol Wrestling Center makes me think of what the crowd will be in the Impact Zone for Slammiversary. Well, I don't know if they're going to have this many for Slammiversary. I don't know officially how many they've got in the Capitol Wrestling Center. Looks to me at least, conservatively, it's got to be 100, 150. Looks like there's a significant amount of people in there. Slammiversary, I think it's between 60 and 100. Either way, the atmosphere is just great, isn't it? It just sounds great. It just feels so much better, so much better. But I understand exactly what you mean. It's very exciting. We've got a huge summer of wrestling coming up. Do you know, like, for instance, for me, like, and not that it's all about me at all, but, I mean, the time I've been doing this YouTube channel, any watch-along I've done hasn't ever been like a traditional pro wrestling event in the sense that, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I've never done one. I've never done it. The whole time, Brainbuster by Santos Escobar and Wesley, the whole time I've been streaming and doing watch-alongs and stuff like that, it's been the pandemic era. So crazy. Joaquin Wilde, beautiful triple team onto Wesley. Kicks out 2.5. Desmond Podcast says he's here. Welcome, Desmond. Thanks for joining us tonight. Says, I'm here. What did I miss so far? Well, we're in our opening match. It's the winners take all 6-man tag team match. It's Legado del Fantasma going up against the NXT Tag Team Champions MSK and the North American Champion Bronson Reed. Obviously, the winner of this match wins all the titles for their respective team. That's only been the only match so far. About 20 minutes into NXT TakeOver in your house. We've got roughly 150, 200 fans inside the Capitol Wrestling Center tonight. Biggest crowd they've ever done inside the Capitol Wrestling Center. In comes Bronson Reed. Hot tag to, and now Bronson Reed is attacking Joaquin Wilde. Off the ropes. Oh my gosh, just crushed. Wilde does it again to Raúl Mendoza. Oh my gosh. But he just squishes people. He's got the claw up. He's going to go for the splash in the corner to both members of Legado del Fantasma. Reed, oh, no way. He's got Wilde and Mendoza both on his shoulder right now with ease. Beautiful Samoan drop to both members of Legado del Fantasma while Santos Escobar just watches on helplessly on the apron. Oh, my. Beautiful sort of power slam into a suplex. Bronson Reed's now just met eye to eye with Santos Escobar. He's telling Escobar to tag himself in and get into the match. Referee says wait for the tag. Mendoza takes Bronson Reed out of the knee and now Escobar tags in. Beautiful psychology there. Oh my God, Michinoku driver. Oh my God. Oh, broken up by Nash Carter. Michinoku driver by Santos Escobar to Bronson Reed. My, oh my. Wow, that was incredible. What a match this has been so far. Oh, Nash Carter goes for a kick. Joaquin Wilde moves out the way. Oh, reverse elbow. Wilde hits the ropes. Beautiful jumping knee by Nash Carter. Reverse elbow once again by Wilde. In comes Raúl Mendoza over the top rope. Hits the ropes. Beautiful kick into a Russian leg sweep by Legado del Fantasma. Goes for a cover. Oh, Wesley just dives over the top to break it up. Incredible match so far. The BFG podcast says, have you heard the rumors there could be a big surprise during the show? There could be a couple. Obviously, there's rumors about Samoa Joe. Another one about a former NXT tag team returning as well. I have heard that. That's an incredibly long name, but I'll start with... end it with LeBron Kimball. Says, MSK will leave the WWE NXT Tag Team Championship. Santos Escobar is just staring into the camera. Oh my God, he just got taken through the wall. Oh my God. What the hell was that? Oh my gosh. Santos Escobar just got smashed through the wall by Bronson Reed. He grabbed the NXT North American Championship. They just squished him. He went through the wall. Oh my God. On the outside, MSK just taking out Joaquin Wilde on the outside. I don't know if Santos Escobar is alive. Mendoza off the top rope. Oh, super kick by Nash Carter. This is going crazy here. Wilde. Beautiful blockbuster by Wesley. He's going to tag in Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed's going to the top rope. Bronson Reed going up top. He's going to go for the big splash on Mendoza. That should be it. 1, 2, 3. Bronson Reed and MSK retain. What a match. What an opener. It was about 20 minutes, not super long. Perfect timing. That is how you open an event. Excellent, excellent opener by Bronson Reed, MSK, and Legado down Fantasma. I think Santos Escobar might be dead, considering when he went through. My, oh my. But MSK and Bronson Reed retain. Santos Escobar is just laid in absolute rubble on the outside there. I hope they show that replay again where he just got taken out. Whew, that was brutal. Bronson Reed giving the wave to Santos Escobar on the outside because he is just absolutely crushed. I think they're going to show the replay. Santos Escobar had the NXT North American Championship. He turns around. Oh, my God. Just gets taken through the wall. I tell you what, it's better than the barricade spot that WWE do because it not only takes out the barricade, but it takes out the wall. There's the sort of cage stuff that they have surrounding the ringside area as well. It just looks great. You had the blockbuster by Nash Carter and then the big splash by Bronson Reed. Look at the height. Bang. By Colossal Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed looked absolutely excellent in that one. I tell you what, though, given the guy's, 350 pounds, probably closer to 400, he can't do that his whole career because eventually his knees and back got to give out on him because that's going to be brutal. But what a match. Enjoyed that one. The BFG podcast says, what tag team is that? I mean, I'm hesitant to spoil it. If you want to know what the tag team is that could possibly be returning tonight, let me know in the live chat, and I'll say who it is. I don't want to spoil it for people that don't want to know. Todd says, did you see how MSK bounced up from the Reed impact? I mean, the Bronson Reed lays it in. I tell you what, I very much enjoyed the presentation of Bronson Reed in that one. I think they got that absolutely spot on. As we're seeing some adverts, I guess, for Hell in a Cell next weekend. And it's Bailey's laugh. Bailey's ha 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 ha. God, I like Bailey, but I hate that gimmick. God, I hate it. Not in the sense of like, oh, it's a heel. That's what she's meant to do. I hate it because it's terrible. It's terrible. But that's right. Hell in a Cell is next Sunday. So be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. You'll be notified when we go live next Sunday for the watch-along and post-show reaction stream. As I mentioned earlier as well, Sunday next weekend, 9 a.m. is when I get my first vaccination jab. So I'll have to do the watch-along later on and the post-show later on, probably feeling really crap. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So tune in for that alone because I'll probably end up like throwing up on stream. King's Crimson says who's returning. Okay, we'll say this has not been confirmed by any stretch of the imagination, but Paul Ellering tweeted that the AOP could defeat anyone and tagged NXT in a tweet tonight. So there is rumor maybe that the AOP could return to NXT tonight. Todd Pettenkell's putting in a VCR for the Mae Young Classic in 2017. Todd Pettenkell was trying to put in a VCR. He's going to take it to the truck. And we're seeing from the Mae Young Classic 4 years ago where Mercedes Martinez defeated Xia Li in the Mae Young Classic. Mae Young Classic, it feels so long ago. That was at Full Sail University. Listen to that crowd. It was just awesome, wasn't it? Mae Young Classic was great. Every time they do it, it's great. Same when they did the Cruiserweight Classic. All of those tournaments that they did, just excellent. But now I guess we know our next match is going to be Mercedes versus Xia. Here comes Mercedes Martinez. Again, there's a rumor that Mercedes Martinez could be headed to the main roster to be paired up with, of anyone, Eva Marie. There is a rumor. So this could be her last appearance in NXT. Todd says, I'm fully vaccinated, only had a sore arm where I got the shot. Easy peasy. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. I've got to get the 2-shot one. Because the 1-shot one has only just been, cleared for use over here in the UK, so I've got to get the 2-shot one. And some people have said, I mean, again, it's not everyone, but some people have said that after the first one they might feel a bit sick. So, again, I've got that next Sunday, 9 a.m. and then later on that day, of course, we've got the watch along and post show. So, if that's worth watching the streams next weekend alone. So Mercedes Martinez is in the ring. I'm not a fan of her music, I must say. But here comes Xia Li. We're going to see an elaborate entrance, one thinks here. Man, an eerie silence falls over the Capitol Wrestling Center, I must say. It's just eerie, isn't it? It's just so eerie, this entrance. You have to give NXT credit for the production quality during Xia Li's entrance. It's absolutely sensational, isn't it? It really is. If you're enjoying NXT TakeOver, smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Here comes Xia Li, getting some heat from the Capitol Wrestling Center, it must be said. With Boa by her side, of course. They sort of changed the camera lens as well, don't they? Which is cool. They changed the camera lens, goes to like a sort of... Gosh, God, is that a sword? Oh my God. That's terrifying. Look at the size of that. Gosh. Gosh, she nearly cut her hair off. Ugh. Her hair nearly got caught up in the sword. I thought she cut her hair off. That would have been nasty. Jeez. Tian Sha. Mei Ying sitting up on the entrance ramp. I mean, what an entrance that was. Pretty elaborate. Pretty impressive. Heck of an entrance. Mei Ying, I mean, has Mei Ying actually, have we seen her physically get involved at this point? Because Mei Ying genuinely hasn't got up from her throne once at this point, has she? Maybe tonight's the night. Todd says, I don't know who that is in the chair, but it's cool AF. It's Mei Ying. And it's pretty, it's incredibly well shot and well produced, isn't it? But Mercedes Martinez, Xia Li have started this one off. One thing I will say is they're wearing gear that is exactly the same. That bothers me. That really does bother me. Like, you would think they would have surely had the discussion of, oh, I'm wearing this gear. Oh, maybe you should wear different gear. Because, I mean, it's exactly the same. Xia Li has got some submission on Mercedes Martinez on the ropes at this point. The BFG podcast says, I know they've already been released by the company one time, but if AOP come back to the company, that would be a huge pickup for them. And well, absolutely, it would be a big pickup for certainly WWE. Having AOP back on the NXT brand would be massive for them, wouldn't it? Certainly would. Lee puts Martinez back in the ring. Crowd certainly is quieter. I think they're coming down a bit from that hot opener that we had with Bronson Reed and MSK. NXT TakeOver, of course, trending #1 in the United States still. As the announcers continue to say that the NXT TakeOver in Your House is the largest event ever attended in Capital Wrestling Center history. They haven't given us an exact number on how many people that is as of yet, have they? I'm sure they will at some point. It will get released. It will get released at some point. So obviously we've got this match. We've still got the Women's Championship match, the $1 Million Championship match, and the NXT Championship match to come. But realistically, still, not a ton of matches left. NXT takeovers are normally 5-match shows. Matches usually get time. I can't imagine this one will get a ton of time, if I'm going to be honest. The $1 Million Championship match will get a lot of time. So will the NXT Championship match. Women's Championship match, I don't know how long that will get, frankly. Given Raquel González matches don't tend to go super, super long. Xia Li hits the ropes, drop kick to the face of Mercedes Martinez, who now goes to the outside. Mercedes Martinez hits the... Mercedes Martinez manages to roll out the way, and Xia Li hits the post. That was nasty. Shin first hits the post. That was brutal. So now she's grabbing the leg there. I tell you what, though, that entrance by Xia Li was pretty damn incredible, wasn't it? But again, she goes for another kick, but she's still hurt on the leg there. If you're enjoying NXT TakeOver, smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Xia Li looks to be in quite a lot of pain with that kick. What's Mercedes Martinez going for here? Oh, a guillotine almost into a suplex by Martinez there. That was nice. Again, I know it's the little things, but you would think that they wouldn't be wearing the same gear, essentially. Xia Li was that an elbow to the head on the top rope? She's going for here. He's going for some form of a beautiful exploder-style suplex by Xia Li. Still favoring the leg. Oh, beautiful flapjack onto the top rope by Mercedes Martinez to Xia Li. Oof, shot to the back. Martinez, went for I don't know what that was. Didn't get all of it. Eventually got the slam, though. Cover. Xia Li kicks out. Boa is still just looking on just very calmly at ringside. Not really moving that much. The BFG podcast says another thing that makes me believe there will be a big surprise is because they are really pushing the fact that this is the biggest crowd they have had. Maybe I think they're also just trying to, generate some excitement. There hasn't been a lot of excitement about the NXT brand in recent weeks and months, has there? Triple H even acknowledged that himself, didn't he? Xia Li goes for a roll-up, rolls through. Jumping knee by Mercedes Martinez to the jaw of Li. And Boa's just removed Li from the ring. Martinez is going to roll to the outside, though. Martinez and Boa now facing off. Boa moved to the side by Mercedes Martinez. Oh, big back body drop by Mercedes Martinez to Xia Li on the outside. Kind of. That was a bit scary for a second there. I thought she was going to land on her head. Xia Li being put back into the ring by Martinez. Going for an air raid crash, maybe. Xia Li manages to fight out. Pushes Martinez on the ropes. Oh, what a kick. Kind of like a Trouble in Paradise style kick by Xia Li. That was nasty. She might be out cold. Goes for the cover. 2, 3. It's over. Xia Li gets the victory. Don't know about that match. That was a bit flat, to be honest. Again, I expected it to be short. I expected Xia Li to win, but it was a bit flat, I must say. I think the best part might have been Xia Li's entrance. But we're going to a replay here. We'll see probably the closing moments. Xia Li fights out off Mercedes Martinez's shoulder, pushes Martinez into the rope, and then bang. See, again, it's a kind of like a Trouble in Paradise kick by Xia Li. And she gets the win, but don't know about that one. But Xia Li picks up her first NXT TakeOver victory. Her match was okay. Wasn't, you know. Question is, are we going to see Mei Ying? Is she going to rise? Xia Li shouting something to Boa. Xia Li's instructed Boa to get a steel chair. She's got the steel chair. She's going to use the steel chair. Oh, kick to the leg by Martinez. Now she's fighting back. Maybe we'll see Mei Ying get up. And Mercedes now is going to grab the steel chair, it looks like. Martinez grabs the steel chair. Oh, she smashes Boa in the shoulder. Oh, chair to the gut. Chair off the back. Oh, chair to the back of Boa too. Mercedes Martinez attacking everyone with the chair. Looks she's going to go after Xia Li again. Mercedes Martinez says she's going to break her neck. Oh. Mercedes Martinez just brutalizing Xia Li with this steel chair. Xia Li's rolling to the entrance ramp. Oh, what's going to happen here? Lights have dimmed. Is it going to be Mei Li? Is it Mei Ying? What's going on? Mercedes Martinez says she's not scared. Oh, smashes Xia Li with the chair once again. Uh-oh, she's standing up from the throne. Is this the first time this has happened? She's walking towards Mercedes. Oh, she's done a couple of steps. Mercedes Martinez says, you want to go, bitch? Let's go. Is this going to be some physicality? She's going towards her. Is this something's going to happen? This feels important. You could cut the tension with a knife. Mercedes Martinez is not backing down. Oh, she just grabbed Mercedes Martinez by the throat, and Mercedes Martinez down to a knee. Bumped on both knees already. She's trying to grab the steel chair. Oh, she hits Ying in the gut with a chair. It just looks like it's annoyed her. And she grabbed her by the throat again. Grabbed her by the chin. Oh my God, just threw off the entrance ramp into the wall. My goodness. Mercedes Martinez is just down. She's grabbing her shoulder. Mei Ying just destroyed Mercedes Martinez. First bit of real physicality we've seen from her. Man, that was nasty. And off she goes with Xia Li and Boa following her. So I guess that's the first bit of physicality. Maybe we will see Li and Mei Ying challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championships at some point then. Well, that was fun. As we're seeing a WWE message about getting vaccinated, which is what I will be doing next Sunday. But that was interesting. That was a lot of fun. I mean, the match was what it was. I mean, it was the right call for Xia Li to win, but that Mei Ying stuff was, I mean, a little bit hokey, you know, grabbing someone by the chin or whatever, paralyzing nerve holes, throw into the wall. But that was fun. As we're seeing a Peacock advert, which I'm sure, I mean, I'm so glad we don't have Peacock over here in the UK. Although I see that they can watch the Premier League on there, which is I'm a bit jealous of. But then we just watch it over here on Sky, to be honest. There's Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Of course, they're going to be facing the Grizzled Young Veterans, of course, aren't they? On this week on NXT in a Tornado Tag Team match. Timothy Thatcher is so much fun. He's just crazy. Timothy Thatcher, he's got his tooth just cut off. Tommaso Ciampa just screaming into the camera about facing Grizzled Young Veterans, of course, this coming week on NXT. We'll do a quick subscriber check, see how close we are to that 4,000 goal. We are only 60 subscribers away from 4,000. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. As we get closer and closer. As we get closer and closer to that 4,000 goal. As they're showing the NXT Loud theme of Poppy. But upcoming next, it's the $1 Million Championship ladder match. This one's going to be a lot of fun. Cameron Grimes, LA Knight. Winner becomes the new $1 Million Champion and continues the $1 Million legacy of one Ted DiBiase. Of course, WWE Hall of Famer. I tell you what, I've enjoyed the whole Ted DiBiase stuff on NXT. I must say, I really have. What is funny is that the $1 Million Championship, they say it's the most expensive. I think it's in reality it didn't cost $1 million. It cost something like 60 grand, I think. Well, I say still a lot of money, but my point being it's not huge $1 million. It's crazy. I mean, the $1 Million Man is he's the golden era of pro wrestling, isn't he? 1980s. And we've got that on NXT right now. It's awesome. Ted DiBiase was a fantastic worker as well. People forget that about him. That yes, he was excellent as the $1 Million Man, but he was very, very good at being a pro wrestler as well. There's this weird thing that DiBiase, I think it's on one of his websites at the moment. It's like he's saying something like there's a petition to make his WWE Championship reign legitimate, because obviously it isn't, because he was given to him by Andre the Giant. He bought the championship off Andre the Giant. There's a petition to make it legitimate. Unfortunately, it's not, Ted. Arika Zayas says, if there's a match happening right now, LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes. It is. We'll switch the graphics once the video package is over. LA Knight, Cameron Grimes. He will be the next $1 million champion. They're showing the highlight of the ladder being dropped into the ring. And the $1 million championship, which of course is on the line. Good video package here. I like the $1 million ladder that they have as well. The gold ladder with the dollar signs on there. That's pretty cool. I have enjoyed as well as the slow babyface turn for Cameron Grimes. It's been very enjoyable. He's such a personality. Trevor Lee. When we talk about Impact, what is Impact's effect on NXT and AEW? LA Knight, obviously Eli Drake, former Impact World Champion. Trevor Lee, former X Division Champion, former Tag Team Champion. But here comes the $1 million man himself. Here comes Ted DiBiase, WWE Hall of Famer. There he is, the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. Out comes the security guards holding the $1 million championship inside that see-through case. The $1 million man entrance seems still great as well, isn't it? It's still great. It really is. How can you not like the $1 million man entrance theme? It's very good. The $1 million championship is now in the ring. It's going to be hung up from the rafters, it looks like. Well, here comes LA Knight. The BFG podcast says, I'm really surprised Ted agreed to do the storyline because in the past he said that he was done with the business altogether in any way, shape or form. I would assume that as he would say, everyone has a price, and I think Ted DiBiase does as well. I know Ted DiBiase, his son, not Ted DiBiase Jr., but certainly maybe one of his other sons. Ted DiBiase was having quite a few legal issues over the course of the last few years. That tends to be rather expensive. So I think maybe that might be a part of his NXT return, is that Ted needs the cash. There is LA Knight, though. As I mentioned before, how and why it's taken this long for him to be a featured person in WWE is crazy for me, because this guy is Vince McMahon's dream. Vince McMahon would love this guy. Catchphrases, can talk, looks great. Certainly seems all fired up as well, does LA Knight right now. Here comes Cameron Grimes. The irony is, as well, as Galic's son Cameron Grimes' entrance team is now no longer with WWE, which is not fair at all. Someone like Josiah Williams. There he is, Cameron Grimes. Who do we think leaves as the $1 million champion then? You can let me know in the live chat. Eli Drake looks to be in absolutely phenomenal shape. He really does. To the moon. Cameron Grimes to the moon. Todd says he's got proper boots finally. LOL. I know what you mean. He had the small ones on for a while, didn't he? But there we go. The $1 million championship is is ascending and being risen to the top of the Capitol Wrestling Center. in its glass case. Obviously, this is a ladder match. So the way to win the match is to ascend the ladder, retrieve the briefcase. That contains the $1 million championship. The winner will be the new $1 million champion, continuing Ted DiBiase's $1 million legacy. That's what this whole storyline has been culminating towards. And it's Cameron Grimes, LA Knight. The bell has rung. Referee has left the ring. Ted DiBiase is sitting at ringside with his personal protection staff. And we are underway. Collar and elbow tie-up by LA Knight and Cameron Grimes. Both men jockeying for position, bouncing around from corner to corner. Again, these guys know each other very well from the time in Impact Wrestling. Cameron Grimes and LA Knight, Eli Drake and Trevor Lee during their times in Impact Wrestling. Shoulder tackle by LA Knight as Cameron Grimes clutches the back of his neck on the canvas. LA Knight looks to be looking around, jockeying for position. He's doing his LA Knight trademark catchphrase. Well, Cameron Grimes grabbed his foot, though. And Cameron Grimes telling LA Knight to kiss his grits. The crowd are chanting kiss his grits, and they're absolutely loving it. Forearm to the face by Cameron Grimes. Big chop to LA Knight as the woos ring out of the Capitol Wrestling Center, and an uppercut by Cameron Grimes as well. Bounces LA Knight off the ropes and a big clothesline to follow it. This feels like a big match. Feels like a big moment. Kick to the chest by Cameron Grimes there as well. We see a replay here on the feed. A big clothesline by Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, there's no doubt about it, is over inside that Capitol Wrestling Center. There's no doubt about it. He's super, super popular. Whips LA Knight off the rope. Kick by Knight to the chest. Loud boos. Oh, beautiful Hurricane Runner by Cameron Grimes. LA Knight rolls to the outside, takes a powder as Cameron Grimes is in control here early on. Oh, LA Knight now is going for a ladder. LA Knight, the first one to grab a ladder. And they're not these $1 million ladders, they are black ladders. Oh, Cameron Grimes tries to remove it from the ring. Oof. Cameron Grimes nearly landed on the ladder. He got thrown out of the ring by LA Knight there. Knight's going to throw the ladder at Cameron Grimes. He moves out the way, though, fortunately. Oof. The BFG podcast says, another great thing I like about the storyline is that it came out of nowhere and was such a surprise. It wasn't reported about online or anything like that. The only person that reported it really was Ted DiBiase himself. He admitted in an interview that he was planning on doing some stuff in NXT. That's how we knew that Ted DiBiase was going to show up. Apart from that, as you're right, it wasn't reported outwardly anywhere, really. LA Knight certainly has advantage right now. He's managed to turn things around. Again, grabs the ladder. It's interesting as well. These aren't two people you would necessarily consider as to be ladder match specialists or high flyers. Of course, Trevor Lee, now known as Cameron Grimes, of course, was a former X Division champion. So I suppose he does have that kind of pedigree. But I'd hardly call either man high flyer. LA Knight is now climbing the ladder. Oh, Cameron Grimes climbs the ladder as well. Grimes pulled off the ladder by LA Knight. But the ladder is set up in the middle of the ring. Oh. LA Knight just tried to squash him with the ladder. Beth Phoenix, Wade Barrett and Vic Joseph nearly got squashed by a ladder there as well. A tug of war for the ladder. LA Knight pulls Cameron Grimes into the ring. LA Knight thrown through the middle rope to the outside. To the moon chants ringing out inside the Capitol Wrestling Center seemingly. LA Knight, though, grabbed a ladder from ringside. Both men have ladders in their hands. Both men have ladders. It's a duel of sorts. A ladder joust or duel, whatever you want to call it. Cameron Grimes, LA Knights, facing off, going after the ladders for each other. Oh, my goodness. LA Knight nearly took the head off. Oh, Cameron Grimes, big boot to the face. LA Knight goes to the outside. And again, LA Knight grabs the ladder, preventing Cameron Grimes from setting it up in the ring. Again, a bit of a tug of war. Oof, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, Cameron Grimes just shoved LA Knight's ladder first into the barricade. God, that looked like it hurt. LA Knight clutching his ribs. I'm not surprised there. Todd says, both of these dudes ooze charisma. I can't pick a winner. Me either. I picked LA Knight to win this one, but it could go either way, and I wouldn't be surprised. The BFG podcast says, do you think that will be the climax of the storyline, or do you think they will continue it for a bit longer after this? I think it depends how long Ted DiBiase wants to stick around for, I suppose. Knight, just kicked in the chest by Cameron Grimes, because, again, it depends on a nice reference by Vic Joseph. And Wade Barrett saying a great performance by England. Yes, it was a good performance. Wow, it was an okay performance by England. It's a victory by England in the first match of the European Championships, and I will take that any day of the week. And we touched on it yesterday, but excellent news about Christian Eriksen. Upright, stable, talking. Hopefully he's going to make a full recovery. Scary scenes yesterday. Oh, Cameron Grimes thrown into the wall at ringside. The NXT Universe watching on. Cameron Grimes certainly very over inside that Capitol Wrestling Center. There's no doubt about that. Very, very popular. Oh, Cameron Grimes just got smashed in the face by the ladder by LA Knight. That was brutal. Crowd are chanting, LA sucks. LA Knight doesn't care, though. He is drinking it in, man, if he was Chris Jericho. LA Knight just in absolute control right now. LeBron Kimball says Cameron Grimes will become the new NXT $1 million champion at NXT TakeOver in your house against LA Knight. It's absolutely a possibility. Cameron Grimes just got smashed face first into the steel steps. Ted DiBiase is watching on at ringside. LA Knight's pointing out his dominance to the $1 million man. LA Knight's just get thrown into the wall by Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes he's sucking air at this point. He looks pretty out of breath, trying to build up some momentum seemingly. Cameron Grimes certainly thumb to the eye by LA Knight. And LA Knight just froze Cameron Grimes into the wall. The barricade nearly moved about 6 inches into the air. Good God. We haven't seen many climbs of the ladder yet so far. We certainly will at some point, I'm sure of that. Well, the ladder nearly hit the cameraman. That is one big ladder that LA Knight has, and it's been positioned between the ring and the barricade. It looks like someone might be going through that at some point. Donald Music Reacts says, I can't believe Eli Drake is in WWE. I can't believe it took this long. Knight on the apron, knee to the face of Cameron Grimes. What's he going for here? Floats over, shoulder tackle by LA Knight, who is in clear control so far. Todd says, I guess if I was forward thinking, I would pick Grimes to win. LA Knight will get the NXT strap down the road. I mean, I could see it. LA Knight doesn't even need to be on NXT. I think LA Knight on Monday Night Raw desperately needed. Raw needs people that can talk. Raw needs people that are entertaining. Get LA Knight on Monday Night Raw. He would get over so quickly because Vince McMahon would love him. Vince McMahon would adore someone like LA Knight. It's fascinating how it's taken him this long to get. I mean, he was in WWE at one point, but to get back, I guess, or in a featured position, it's crazy. Well, Cameron Grimes, oh my goodness, German suplex by Cameron Grimes to LA Knight. LA Knight just bounces off the ladder. That was nasty. A German suplex into the ladder, placed in the corner. My, oh my. Now Grimes has the ladder shot to the gut. And LA Knight is now positioned in the bottom corner. This might not go well, I don't think. Cameron Grimes got a look on his face as if to say, I'm planning something. And he's planning to slide this where the sun doesn't shine. Oh, LA Knight manages to get to his feet and it misses. Oof, or the man marbles, as Wade Barrett would call him. Reverse elbow by LA Knight. And shoves Cameron Grimes into the corner. Oh, my goodness. That was nasty. Good God. The ladder was positioned sideways up. LA Knight hits a neck breaker onto Cameron Grimes. His back of his head, his neck hits the ladder. We're seeing a replay of it here. They're going to do it in slow motion. Oh, my God. Jumping neck breaker. His neck just hit the side of the ladder. Good Lord. That was nasty by LA Knight. Man. How'd you prepare yourself for that kind of spot? That was just brutal. What must Ted DiBiase be thinking at ringside watching that? Cameron Grimes, he might be done. Back of his head hit that ladder. Good gosh. Another ladder being brought into the ring by LA Knight. Remember, there is one that is positioned on the other side of the ring, wedged between the ring and the barricade. And a stomp by LA Knight. How on earth is Cameron Grimes going to come back for that? I wish they would show that replay one more time, because that is just brutal. Look at the size of that ladder. My goodness. That must be, what, 15 foot? That must be a 15-footer. Oh. Maybe even 20. It's huge. Cameron, look at the size of it. Cameron Grimes' forearm to LA Knight, followed by an uppercut. Oh, LA Knight, just throws Cameron Grimes into that ladder. I tell you what, realistically, it's been all Eli Drake. It's been all LA Knights in this one. That ladder is huge. It's been placed up by on the ring rope. What has LA Knight got planned here? Ladder now placed on the top rope, hooked on the steel ring post. We've got one ladder hooked on the ring post, one ladder hooked on the top rope, well, leaned up against the top rope. LA Knight's going to send him to the moon. Oh my goodness. LA Knight just thrown headfirst into that ladder, place on the ring post. His head's just got nearly taken off by the ladder. Good gosh. BFG Podcast says, unrelated note, I don't agree with the Wrestling Observer newsletter saying WWE ticket sales are very low. I had a look, and from what I can see, everything is just about gone everywhere. 12 foot. BFG Podcast, ignore the first two words above. Kicks to the chest of Cameron Grimes. I saw that about the Wrestling Observer. It is what it is. Oh, hair pull by LA Knight. Cameron Grimes is firing up, but a pull of the hair by LA Knight. You still got that ladder set up on the top rope. Hits the ropes. LA Knight. Back body drop. Nasty. Oh, good God. It's the thing sometimes with the ladder matches. You can't control what the ladder's going to do. What I like, though, about certain ladder matches, and they've kind of done it in this one, the best example I can think of is like the Chris Jericho-Shawn Michaels ladder match, in which it wasn't about big spots. It was about using the ladder as a weapon. That's kind of what they've been doing here. Oh, it didn't break. Nearly. He nearly broke that ladder when he wasn't meant to. That ladder is placed between the ring and the barricade. He was sent over the top rope. He was a bit too exuberant, shall we say. He was a bit too exuberant, LA Knight, and he nearly went through the ladder, and he wasn't supposed to. That ladder nearly broke. Very, very close to breaking. Cameron Grimes bringing that gold ladder to the ring. The crowd are chanting to the moon as Cameron Grimes has the gold ladder. Grimes is climbing. I mean, obviously that's going to be the ladder that's used for the finish. There's no doubt about that. He's nearly there. His fingertips away. He's getting closer. He's getting closer. LA Knight's climbing. They're both climbing. BFG podcast said they're claiming there are a lot of tickets left of all the shows. Just about, but from what I can see, everything is about gone for them. Oh, LA Knight's been thrown for the ladder. Oh, pushed off the top rope. Cameron Grimes hung up on the top rope. Oh, turned inside out by Cameron Grimes. Yeah, when it comes to the tickets thing, from what I've seen before, again, you see mixed reports, didn't you? From what I'd seen, the Raw, Money in the Bank, and SmackDown were nearly sold out. The ones after that, I mean, look, ultimately it's July. I mean, it's a month away. Plans, things will pick up closer to the time and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's much of a story right now, to be honest. But yeah, I get what you're saying about the Observer and all that kind of thing. But you've got ladders all over the place. You've got that gold $1 million ladder in the ring that they're using right now. Oh, a kick to the gut. Another kick to the gut. LA Knight's now got another ladder. Placed on the middle rope this time. Cameron Grimes is on the entrance ramp seemingly. LA Knight has got another ladder. Oh, off the back of Cameron Grimes. Ouch. What's he planning here? LA Knight's we've got some kind of contraption. He's got a ladder on the entrance ramp. He's got another ladder that's wedged between the middle rope and the ladder. Oh, kick to the face by Cameron Grimes. They're now on the outside of the Capitol Wrestling Center. And they're going towards Ted DiBiase. It looks like Ted DiBiase still sitting down. Oh, LA Knight hiding behind the security. Is that Daniel Vidot? I think one of them is. It looks a bit like him, doesn't it? LA Knight picking up Cameron Grimes. Oh, Grimes now is climbing a ladder. He was Irish whip, but he managed to climb the ladder. He's climbing up high. Where is he going? Oh, he got pushed. Oh, he's on one of the trusts of the Capitol Wrestling Center. He is high up. What is he doing? He's on top. Oh, crossbody. Oh, landed on his knees. Crossbody from the top of that trust onto LA Knight. That was nasty. Ted DiBiase's watching on at ringside. He doesn't look that impressed, to be honest. It's funny. This is awesome chants, and the crowds are just sitting there not clapping and chanting, "This is awesome." Don't know about that one. Cameron Grimes is climbing. He's climbing. Can he get there? LA Knight powerbomb. What's he planning? Oh, Hurricane Rana. Oof. Hurricane Rana. LA Knight lands on the announce table. Cameron Grimes skins the cat. He's the only one left in the ring. Is Cameron Grimes going to climb it? He's saying to the moon. He's climbing. Is this going to be it for Cameron Grimes? He's climbing. He's got his hand on the briefcase. Is this going to be it? Oh my God. LA Knight just absolutely destroyed Cameron Grimes. Oh my God, he was climbing. LA Knight pulled up the ladder. He fell out of the ring, landed onto the ladder on the entrance ramp. Oh my gosh. That's going to be it. LA Knight is climbing. LA Knight's going to win the $1 Million Championship. This is going to be it. It has to be. He's climbing. This is the moment for LA Knight. Has he got to get it? Can he unhook it? He has it. LA Knight is the winner, and LA Knight is the new $1 Million Champion. My, oh my. The new $1 Million Champion is LA Knight. Ted DiBiase applauding because LA Knight is the new WWE, or I guess NXT $1 million champion. That was my prediction. I guess I'm happy with that. We're seeing the replay. Cameron Grimes crossbody from one of the trusts at ringside. A great camera angle they have for it as well. Look at that. Crossbody just absolutely takes out LA Knight. You can see it. Oh, my goodness. He lands on his knees. It's this spot. They've got the Wile E. Coyote camera. LA Knight tilts the ladder and just, bounces off that ladder. Just absolutely brutal. Look at this. Oh, my God. Absolutely incredible. And there you go. LA Knight retrieves that see-through case, retrieves the $1 million championship. LA Knight is the new $1 million champion. The briefcase has been opened. The $1 million championship taken out. Ted DiBiase is about to award the $1 million championship to LA Knight. The $1 million championship. There you go. LA Knight is the new $1 million champion. The fireworks, the pyros going. Ted DiBiase applause as LA Knight is the new $1 million champion. Wow. He's running around the end of the ring. Ted DiBiase is laughing. Look at that. It's a fact of life. Eli Drake, LA Knight, must say, sorry, is the new $1 million champion. Wow, there you go. That was one of my predictions. Like I said, I did think that LA Knight would probably win. I don't know why. I just felt that sometimes the thing is that the right outcome sometimes is for, like, you know, Cameron Grimes to win. Sometimes it is the right outcome, but sometimes you just don't go with the predictable outcome because it's not the right thing to go. I don't know. I just there was part of me just saying I wasn't sure that Cameron Grimes was going to win it. I didn't think he needed to win it, you know. But sometimes the good guy can't always win, you know. So I don't necessarily have a problem with that one. Todd says, okay, the feud continues. BFG Podcast says, I can also see AEW filling up their roster with some decent signings over the next month. Wow, you know, this month, right before All Out later this year. You know, possibly Braun Strowman, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black. There is expectations that Aleister Black is going to sign with AEW. We reported that earlier this week. But we only have 2 matches left. We have the Women's Championship and the NXT Championship. One would assume the Women's Championship match is going to be next between Ember Moon and Raquel González. And then, of course, we have the 5-way main event for the NXT Championship as well. Fun show so far. Loved the opener. Mercedes versus Xia Li was fun. And the $1 million Championship was incredible. We're seeing Todd Pettengill doing a merch. Here comes Hit Row, the best faction in WWE right now. Hit Row, that's such a great faction. Hit Row doing a promo right now with Todd Pettengill. Oh, I thought that was a real person. It's a mannequin with a Hit Row t-shirt on. Swerve saying that you can order their t-shirt from www.shop.com. Top dollar. Apparently there's a song by Hit Row. Now you know it's called. There's a vinyl reference, and now they're leaving. Oh, the Top Hat Girl references. Oh, there's something going on backstage. What's this? There is a brawl going on backstage. Who's that between? That's between Pete Dunne and Karrion Kross. Pete Dunne and Karrion Kross. William Regal's furious. Steve Corrido's there. What shirt is Steve Corrido wearing? What shirt? Steve Corrido, is that a Hawaiian shirt? Steve Corrido. But But yes, coming up next is the NXT Women's Championship. Raquel González, Dakota Kai in her corner against Ember Moon. No Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi Blackheart's currently out of an injury. We're seeing the highlights from that. There was like a global press conferencing thing they did on the network a couple of days ago, which actually was quite a lot of fun. If you are enjoying NXT TakeOver in your house, smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. 60 subscribers away from that magic 4,000 number. Really appreciate everyone that is tuned in so far tonight for NXT TakeOver in your house. For the watch long, of course, we are going to be doing, as I mentioned, a post-show stream as well, so be sure to tune in with that. It feels like it, doesn't it? It just feels like you do get these. It feels like you get these, pull apart brawls or brawls backstage with NXT quite a lot. I know we get them on AEW quite a lot as well, actually, but it does feel like we get them quite often. It must be said. I think eventually, as I mentioned, we get a Raquel González and Dakota Kai feud. I think, and the NXT TakeOver during SummerSlam weekend as well, I think we get Raquel González and Dakota Kai versus Io Shirai and Poppy. I think that is going to happen. But talking about, Cameron Grimes being pushed, talking to the moon, Raquel González being pushed to the moon, frankly, wins the first ever NXT Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, NXT Women's Champion. She has done it all in the space of just, a year or so. It's pretty incredible. And she's still green. She's still green. King's Crimson says NXT backstage is becoming as dangerous as their parking lots. Yes. Always the brawl in the parking lot. Or getting abducted. That was a period of time, wasn't it? People getting abducted. Whether it was Chan Shah or Legado del Fantasma. So it'll be interesting to see how long this one goes. I can't imagine this one goes super, super long. There is Ember Moon. I miss her old song. Ember Moon, of course, a former NXT Women's Champion. She returned to NXT last year after being out for close to a year. Reason she was out is because she tore her Achilles chasing after the WWE 24 Championship on an edition of SmackDown, which was a crime that was a thing. But so far on NXT TakeOver in your house, we've seen a new WWE $1 Million Champion crowned in LA Knight. Be interesting to see when it comes to the $1 Million Championship if that becomes like a regularly, sort of transferred championship, or if in the same vein that it wasn't an official championship in WWE before, if it's just LA Knight just holds on to it. I don't know how they'll do that. But here comes Raquel González after Ember Moon made her entrance. Here comes the NXT Women's Champion herself. Obviously accompanied the ring by Dakota Kai as always. Remember last year, of course, NXT TakeOver in your house was main evented by a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. This time last year, of course, it was Charlotte Flair defending the NXT Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai. Io Shirai won that match to become the NXT Women's Champion, defeating Charlotte Flair after that championship reign, whatever you want to call it. But the NXT Championship is on the line. NXT Women's Championship is on the line. Do you remember that story from? I mean, this was gosh, this would be going back like about maybe a couple of years or so. That story when the NXT Women's Championship was going to be just called the NXT Championship. I remember that, and people were furious. People were absolutely furious about it. Which at the time was a bit like, just why? Why get so angry about it, But Raquel González gets the announcement. Todd says, what do you think of Dakota costing Raquel the title, causing them to feud at some point? Eventually, they will turn on, Dakota Kai will turn on Raquel González. Raquel González, I think, will be the babyface. Raquel González will be the heel. Dakota Kai, rather, will be the heel. But not yet. Not until maybe after SummerSlam. Put it this way, Raquel González isn't going anywhere anytime soon. She's not going up to the main roster or anything like that. Because she still has quite a lot to learn. Hurricane Rana to Raquel González by Ember Moon. Lands on her feet there. Shoved by González. Goes for a clothesline. Oh. Hits the ropes. Goes for a crossbody and just gets caught and planted by Raquel González, who is just, an animal. It's going to be going for a suplex. I went for a one-arm powerbomb. Oh, turns it into a head scissors of sorts by Ember Moon. Now she's on the apron. Oh, goes for a knee, but she actually hits the turnbuckle. And Ember Moon, hits from the apron to nearly in the front row of the NXT universe there inside the Capitol Wrestling Center. It was nasty. Oh, can't move. Oh, you see that replay. Ember Moon just went from the apron nearly to the front row. Raquel González telling Ember Moon to get up. She's attacking her. González now going for what's she going for here? Throws Ember Moon back into the ring. Into the cover, goes for a cover, gets a 2 count. And Raquel González just looks mean. Looks absolutely mean. Throws Ember Moon into the top turnbuckle. And they're just knees to the gut. And again, another one, knee to the gut. Oof. Throws Ember Moon into the turnbuckle there. Ember Moon just being dominated by Raquel González here. Goes for a clothesline. Ember Moon tries to turn it into a pinning combination, but González just catches her once again. Throws her into the corner. Oof, boot to the face. Ember Moon going up to the second rope. Goes for a pair of knees, but just gets caught by Raquel González and gets thrown into the corner. Oh my goodness. Pulls her up from the corner and turns it into a sidewalk slam by Raquel González. Incredible. González. Now where's she going? Going for, oh my goodness. Goes to a modified version of, I guess, like a Vader bomb. Or Vader bomb into a bit of an elbow drop. That was nice. Gets a 2 count. You see this. She pulls her up from the corner into a sidewalk slam. Incredible. By Raquel González. And we'll see this, again, version of a... It's like a Vader bomb into a senton. It's incredible. Well, this is the crazy thing with Raquel González. Like I said, she's still green. She's hardly the polished gem at this point. I think she's going to be in NXT for... I could see her being in there for another year. I really could. Canadian backbreaker locked in right now by Raquel González. That Vader bomb into a senton was awesome. Oh my God. That Canadian backbreaker just turned into just a splash. Ember Moon kicks out. I don't know if Ember Moon's got any offense in at this point. Raquel González showing some frustration at this point. But she looking, she doesn't look very happy, does Raquel González at this point. Talking trash to Ember Moon, seemingly. Oh, right hands by Ember Moon. Todd says, I'll call it a corkscrew senton. Yeah, it was like a Vader bomb into a senton. It was awesome. Great move. I enjoyed that. Pulls Ember Moon off the rope. Super kick by Ember Moon to the face of the NXT Women's Champion. First bit of offense she's managed. Goes for a clothesline, does González. Kick to the gut and another one. Step up Enziguri. González still hasn't left her feet. Moon hits the ropes. Goes for a clothesline. A weak one, to be honest. Go again. Tries to go for it again. Oh, super kick by Ember Moon this time. Oh, forearm square in the face. And Raquel González now finally takes a bump. Ember, what's she going for here? Going to go for Code Red. Hits it. Code Red kicks out by just Raquel González. We're seeing a replay here. We see that. Oh, my goodness. That forearm square into the jaw. And we see the replay of the Code Red. Match has been a bit, I want to say sloppy, but it's just been a bit, feels a bit cold. What is this? Going for a submission hold. Submission grabbing the hair, grabbing the chin. What is this? I don't even know what to call that. Interesting submission by Ember Moon. And Dakota Kai is trying to push the rope to Raquel González. Pushes the rope to Raquel González. Referee, surely you have to throw Dakota Kai out for that. Surely you throw the referee out for that. She helped Raquel González get out of it, right? Surely. Ember Moon suicide dive from under the bottom rope. Whoa. Now González is now, gosh. Oof. Ember Moon just smashes Raquel González's face into the announce table. Now Ember Moon comes into the ring, hits the ropes. Oh, beautiful version of a flatliner to Raquel González. 2 kicks out. And notice that despite having all of these people inside the Capitol Wrestling Center, they're still piping in audio. Or piping in, you know, some kind of sound like they need it. Especially for matches that are particularly quiet. Moon's heading to the top rope. Or Dakota Kai's back up on the apron. Referee surely will throw her out at some point. She has to. Raquel González going to the top. Superplex. Oh, gosh. A couple of points in this match where you go, oh, you know, they're a bit close. Oh, Ember Moon kicks out. Raquel González selling serious frustration here. González now going for that one-arm power bomb. Ember Moon's going to roll through, rolls into a pinning combination, sits to. Oh, Raquel González kicks out. Oh, big boot. Cover. Kicks out. Todd says, good match. King's Crimson says, Raquel is literally like a foot taller than Moon. There is a bit of a size disparity there, isn't there? Certainly. Raquel González selling frustration. She doesn't know what to do, how to put away Ember Moon. Look at that suplex. Oh, turned into an eclipse. I think that's turned into an eclipse, wasn't it? Yeah, modified eclipse by Ember Moon. Gonzalez is on rubber legs, as Vic Joseph would say. Glassy out. I think Ember Moon might be trying to go to the top rope. Grabs the head as Raquel González jawbreaker. Moon's going back up to the top, going for the eclipse. Oh, knees to the head, knees to the face. Looks like Moon might be going to the top rope. This might be time for another eclipse, a full one. Moon's up to the top. Here we go. Eclipse. Oh, what a hell of an eclipse. Gets it. 1, 2. Oh, Dakota Kai puts Raquel González's foot on the bottom rope. The ref was a bit of a weird count there, though. Well, here comes Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi Blackheart, she's back. She's being chased by Dakota Kai. Oh, pushed into the rope. Pushed into the barricade. Dakota Kai and Shotzi Blackheart are brawling. She's being chased to the back. Goes for a clothesline. Oof. Blackheart now is attacking Dakota Kai. Oof. Dakota Kai thrown into the potted plants. So Dakota Kai is gone. Dakota Kai has been chased to the back by Shotzi Blackheart. It's only Ember Moon and Raquel González. González is looking around. He's going for another submission. González is trying to fight out. Ember Moon's now climbing to the top. What's Ember Moon planning here? Oh my God. A DDT by Ember Moon to Raquel González on the entrance ramp. Oh my God. She's trying to shove González back into the ring. That was nasty. Goes for a cover. 1, 2. González kicks out. Good God. I mean, I think they show that DDT again. That DDT from the top rope to the entrance ramp was just nasty. I wonder if they'll show it again. It was brutal. Ember Moon looking like she's going to go to the top. Top rope. Goes for the eclipse. Oh, it's caught by Raquel González. Oh, Ember Moon tries to float through. What's going on here? Up on the shoulder. Snake eyes to Ember Moon. What are we going for now? A one-armed powerbomb. All she wrote. That would be it. 1, 2, 3. Raquel González retains. One-arm powerbomb. That was an okay match. And slaps Ember Moon in the face to give insult to injury. Raquel González retains. Still NXT Women's Champion. Wade Barrett with a bounce back ability reference. Love that. You can see that. Oh, that eclipse was great. The crowd, it's difficult to tell because the crowd feels a bit quiet for that one. Dakota Kai getting chased around by Shotzi Blackheart. We can see this DDT on the stage. Oh my goodness, that DDT on the stage was horrific. It really was. She goes for the eclipse once again, but she gets caught by Raquel, pushed into the ropes, and you can see this one-armed powerbomb. Boo, Chincona powerbomb, as Raquel González calls it, gets the victory. Still NXT Women's Champion Raquel González. So we only have one more match left. That would be our main event. NXT Championship 5-way match. Fatal 5-way. Someone in the audience with a Samoa Joe shirt, ironically. Surely not. We see more SummerSlam promos. They are pushing the hell out of it. Now, bear in mind that usually in June, you don't get to see SummerSlam, you don't see SummerSlam promos and stuff like that. You don't always. Todd Pettingill's back. Yeah, just hire this guy full-time. Hire Todd Pettingill back full-time. Todd Pettingill says someone's took his Walkman. Todd Pettingill saying he's going to play Karate Fighters. He's playing it against Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis and Todd Pettingill playing Karate Fighters. Todd Pettingill's asked him how does a woman treat him these days. Dexter Lumis looks pretty upset. He broke his toy. Todd Pettingill says Dexter Lumis is the winner. He won it fair and square, according to Todd Pettingill. That was fun. That was fun. I think this is going to be an announcement for the NXT TakeOver on SummerSlam weekend. Oh, it's going to be a Great American Bash. NXT Great American Bash is coming back. Great American Bash returns Tuesday, July 6th. NXT Great American Bash is back. Well, it's another thing to do a watch along and post-show stream for, isn't it? What a big month July is. Oh, gosh. Great American Bash. July the 6th, Great American Bash returns. Got Karate Fighters, Dexter Lumis and Todd Pettingill. We've got the main event coming up next. Tuesday night, we have the NXT Tornado Tag Team match. Tommaso Ciampa and Timmy Thatcher versus Grizzled Young Veterans. Kushida defending the Cruiserweight Championship in his open challenge. Whew, there's so much going on at the moment in the world of pro wrestling, isn't there? There really is. And we have the main event, NXT Championship Fatal 5-Way. Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, and the NXT Champion himself, Karrion Kross, who is going to leave as the NXT Champion in our main event tonight at NXT TakeOver in your house. It's nearly time. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a big one. It's a difficult one to predict. I think I see Karrion Kross retaining, but I could see something else happening. Samoa Joe, AOP. Something big is on the horizon. Even if it's just Karrion Kross retaining itself, that's big as well. Certainly going to be very interesting. So we're seeing all of the video package. We're seeing comments from the likes of Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Karrion Kross. Again, surprising with this one that this is only really, like I said, like sort of announced a couple of weeks ago, really, on NXT. Adam Cole, Bay wants the NXT Championship back. I tell you what was great is when Karrion Kross, when he cut his promo a couple of weeks ago for Adam Cole. It was a Killer Kross promo. It wasn't the Karrion Kross promo. It wasn't the bows and whistle. It was Killer Kross being Killer Kross. I like that. As we see, just every time that NXT's led into a brawl the last few weeks. Oh, there's another brawl. NXT in a brawl. NXT in a brawl. NXT TakeOver in your brawl. Nearly main event time. NXT Championship. Kyle O'Reilly. Johnny Gargano. Pete Dunne. Is that Pat McAfee's voice? Adam Cole. Karrion Kross says everyone pays the toll in the end. NXT Championship coming up next. We can hear some screaming backstage. What's going on? Is that's Shotzi again? More brawling, more chaos. Gosh, another brawl backstage in NXT is another brawl. This time between Raquel González and Dakota Kai with Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. It makes you wonder. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Are we going to see some kind of enforcer? Maybe a Samoa Joe enforcer in NXT. Just feel like chaos, doesn't it? Maybe that's how Joe returns to NXT. Maybe William Regal gets some enforcers for NXT, and that's the AOP. Definitely feels like the chaos has been purposely positioned at this point, doesn't it? LeBron Kimball says Ember Moon should become the new WWE NXT Women's Champion against Raquel González NXT TakeOver in your house. Well, unfortunately, she did not. She lost. Johnny Gargano with that sweet HBK-inspired gear. That's a tribute to Shawn Michaels, obviously. Very HBK Shawn Michaels inspired, isn't it? Here comes Kyle O'Reilly. Don't like Kyle O'Reilly's music. Even Adam Cole's one, I'm not a fan. It's so creator wrestler, just awful. It really is just. It's so like generic creator wrestler SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 music. Like, you know, Kyle O'Reilly can't even do his, like, you know, air guitar stuff because like this music's just it doesn't even feel that like air guitar stuff. But I guess we are certainly living in the post undisputed era of NXT at this point, with Kyle O'Reilly as a single star, Adam Cole back to being a heel, Roderick Strong still resigned or retired from NXT, Bobby Fish is feuding, I guess, with Pete Dunne maybe at some point. But who's going to come out next? It's the Bruiserweight himself. It's Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne with the white gear tonight. Pete Dunne really just sounds just the deadpan expression the best. Just a complete. He sells it so well, doesn't he? Looks to be carrying an injury. He's got his looks to be his thigh wrapped or taped up there. So it looks to be carrying certainly an injury of some sorts. Pete Dunne calling himself, of course, the best wrestler in the world. Ah, I love it. Pete Dunne with a England Free Lions gear. That's awesome. I enjoy that a lot. It's coming home. Pete Dunne, that's right. Awesome. It's not angelic. It's not angelic ring attire. It's the England football team. Yes, it Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett gets the reference. It's an England-inspired gear. King's Crimson says Pete Dunne is still only 27. Yep, absolutely. Here comes Adam Cole with the Undisputed Era ripoff theme that he comes out to now. it's so like I miss the NXT the Undisputed Era theme so much. Come on, oh God, I hate it. It's so like, you know, we were living in this era of just great entrance themes, weren't we? Because of the CFOs and that, and it's just like, oh, we have these just. Come on. They still got the boom. Gonna do that. Still does the Adam Cole baby. I really miss the Undisputed Era theme. I really do. It's just not the same, is it? Such a rip-off of the Undisputed Era theme as well. Here comes Karrion Kross, the NXT champion. The NXT champion, Karrion Kross. Of course, with Scarlett, as always, by his side. Just look at that entrance with the black and white theme. I love that Adam Cole when he was saying that Karrion Kross gets everything. Gets the entrance, gets the girl, gets the fancy graphics, gets all of this. For Adam Cole, what they do to make him stand out, they ring the bell. Love that line on NXT. It was tremendous. Always, I mean, the entrance is very, very good. The entrance is always very good. But you just sort of wonder how long they can keep it up, you know what I mean, without having to sort of tweak things, maybe do different things. Once you get into the real heavy part of the entrance, it's very good for Karrion Kross. And Karrion Kross is a very large man. He's a big dude. There's no doubt about that. He is one big guy. It's a big guy, and he's the NXT champion. Will he be leaving NXT TakeOver in your house with the NXT Championship tonight? Well, he is in the ring, surrounded by all four guys. NXT Championship on the line. It's main event time. Todd says Cole's little T-Rex arms, though. Wow. I wouldn't say that to Adam Cole's face. You know that obviously Vince McMahon probably will have an issue with the size, won't you? Bell rings. We are underway. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly goes straight after Adam Cole. Pete Dunne's going after Johnny Gargano. Kyle O'Reilly's going after Adam Cole. It's Pete Dunne and Karrion Kross. Nobody wants a piece of the NXT champion, seemingly. Oh, kick to the hamstring by Pete Dunne. Dunne's now going for a guillotine, seemingly, on Karrion Kross. Kross just laughing as he's got him. He's going to turn it into a suplex. Beautiful suplex by Kross. Now Kyle O'Reilly going after Kross. Oh, boot to the face. Oh, another kick. Kick to the head by Karrion Kross. Impressive. Oh, rolls through. Heel hook. Heel hook. Heel hook by Kyle O'Reilly to Karrion Kross. That's impressive. But Karrion Kross just rolls out and picks him up. German suplex just dumps Kyle O'Reilly on his head. Gargano, springboard, kick through. Johnny Gargano's calling himself Johnny Takeover. Forearms. Crowd are chanting Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano, certainly not a heel in the Capitol Wrestling Center. Oh, Gargano now goes for a chop block. Chops down Karrion Kross. Oh, just grabbed the throat. Does Karrion Kross of Johnny Gargano. Hits the ropes. Goes for a Hurricane Rana. Beautiful Hurricane Rana. Kross. Beautiful suplex. Adam Cole comes in. Kick to the knee. Adam Cole just shoves Karrion Kross in the face. Ooh. Oh, another kick to the face. Enziguri by Adam Cole this time. Oh, Dunne traps Adam Cole in the apron, and now everyone's going after Adam Cole. Everyone going after him. Cole now being brought into the ring by Karrion Kross. Looks like everyone's coming in doing their spots with Karrion Kross and then going to the outside. Oh, big clothesline by Karrion Kross. Oh, Pete Dunne's in the corner. Pete Dunne's trying something. Oh, kick by Kross. Another kick. Oh, swats away Kyle O'Reilly. Swats away Johnny Gargano. Swats away. Beautiful Northern Lights suplex. Always rolling through. Oh, Pete Dunne's trying to change it into a guillotine. Double Northern Lights suplex by Karrion Kross to Johnny Gargano and Pete Dunne. Oh, beautiful lariat. Just a short arm clothesline to Kyle O'Reilly, and O'Reilly kicks out at 2. Todd says, are they setting up for a German suplex fest with Kross versus Lesnar? I don't think so. Maybe in the future, but I don't think that means anything. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly escapes under the legs of Karrion Kross. Kicks to the hamstring. What's he going for here? Beautiful hip. That's a judo takeover by Karrion Kross there. Goes for a power bomb. Oh, floats through. Kicks to the hamstring. Strikes to the face. Oh. Strikes to the chest again. Oh, beautiful leg sweep by Kyle O'Reilly. Big boot to Pete Dunne. Kick to the gut of Johnny Gargano. Another one. Kyle O'Reilly now in a bit of control. Just a takedown of Adam Cole there. Beautiful strikes. Just strikes to the face. He's trying to lock in a cross arm breaker, it looks like. Dunne trying to get in an arm breaker. In comes Johnny Gargano. What's Pete Dunne trying now? He's got the joint manipulation on both Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano. Oh my goodness. Oh, Karrion Kross just power bombs Pete Dunne onto Johnny Gargano. Karrion Kross calling Adam Cole an SAB and telling him to come into the ring. Saying that we're not done yet. Adam Cole's looking like he's trying to run off. Goes to punch Karrion Kross. Kross, what is he planning here? Oh, thumb to the eye, or rake to the eyes by Adam Cole to Karrion Kross there, seemingly. Pete Dunne and Gargano going after Kross on the outside on the entrance ramp. Oh, pump kick by Pete Dunne. Super kick by Johnny Gargano. Oh my goodness. Karrion Kross just goes through the front door. In your house indeed. Already bringing the house down, says Beth Phoenix. What a pun that is. Pum, pum, pum. Karrion Kross just goes through the front door. Shut the front door, girlfriend. Pete Dunne still feeling his thigh. I mean, I think that wrapped up leg is legitimate. I think. Well, Karrion Kross is through the front door. Adam Cole, beautiful knee to the face of Kyle O'Reilly. It's O'Reilly and Cole in the middle of the ring right now. Ushigoroshi by Adam Cole to Kyle O'Reilly. Cover. Ooh, 2 count. Adam Cole standing over Kyle O'Reilly. Cole climbs the ropes, so Johnny Gargano comes over. Oh, for Panama Sunrise, I think he was thinking there. Oh, splash to the corner of Kyle O'Reilly. Now, Johnny Gargano puts Adam Cole up on the top rope. What are they thinking? Stomps to the gut by Johnny Gargano. Andrew Pollard says, ding dong, hello. Yeah. Very reminiscent of this past Friday on SmackDown, wasn't it? Oh, in comes Pete Dunne. Roll up. Oh, rolls through. What's Dunne thinking here? He's going to go for a bitter end. Oh, turned into a DDT. Or just spiked him on his head. Gargano's looking for a long dart. Oh, into the gut and into the head of Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, kicks out. You see this. You see Pete Dunne going for the bitter end and just a beautiful just DDT onto Pete Dunne. Then this was moved into a long dart by Pete Dunne into Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Of course, Karrion Kross is still through the front door. He's literally in your house somewhere. Gargano continuing the right hands. And stomps. Continued stomps by Gargano onto Adam Cole. Ugh. Gargano, going for a super kick, gets caught by Kyle O'Reilly. Pump kick by Adam Cole, and a beautiful lariat by O'Reilly. Another pump kick by Adam Cole. Step up enziguri by Pete Dunne. Oh, forearmed. All 4 guys are down in the ring. Incredible. Adam Cole goes for a cover on Johnny Gargano. This might be it. Oh, Johnny Gargano kicks out. Desmond Podcast says this match is starting off okay. Forearm by Adam Cole. Oh, kick to the gut by Adam Cole to Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, O'Reilly counters it into an ankle lock, seemingly. Oof. Oh, O'Reilly went for the lariat. Karrion Kross out of nowhere catches O'Reilly. Oh, hangs him up on the barricade. Clothesline him. He goes out into the outside. Karrion Kross, beautiful throw to Adam Cole on the outside of the ring. Throws Adam Cole over the barricade as well. Johnny Gargano, suicide dive. Oh, Karrion Kross picks him up. Oh, my God. Picks him up, threw up on the apron. Oh, my God. Oh, he's caught just Pete Dunne by Karrion Kross. Pete Dunne thrown into O'Reilly and Cole. Nobody can stop Karrion Kross, seemingly. Karrion Kross picking up Gargano. Oh, up on the shoulders. Goes into a version. Oh, it's like a F5, but even bigger. Tornado. Covers. Oh, Gargano kicks out. Impressive F5. Look at this that he does to Johnny Gargano. Picks him up by his head. Throws him. Bounces him off the apron. That was brutal. Then this tornado F5. Oh, my goodness. By Karrion Kross onto Johnny Gargano. So Gargano somehow manages to kick out at 2. I don't know how. That was absolutely brutal. Kross big boot to Adam Cole. Gargano trying to fight back, seemingly. Don't know how well it's going to work. Oh, goes for a tornado DDT. Uses Adam Cole as a bit of leverage. Hits a tornado DDT on Karrion Kross. Gargano. Oh, suicide dive to Kyle O'Reilly on the outside. And again, goes for a bit of a tope. Lands on Karrion Kross. Another tope. Oh, turns it into a DDT on Pete Dunne on the outside. That was incredible. Man, that was amazing. Tope into a DDT. Crowds chanting Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano is meant to be the heel. Back in the ring. Oh, super kick by Adam Cole. To the front, to the back. What a match they've had. Talk about history. Last shot. Oh. Gargano is going to go for a good shot. Gargano escapes on Adam Cole here. Rolls through by Adam Cole. Going to go for a figure 4 maybe. Gargano, oh, he went for that DDT or the spear. Gets caught with a super kick. Panama Sunrise incoming. Oh, caught by Gargano. What's he going for, Gargano? Oh, what was that? 2, oh, kicks out. What a match. What a match so far. Pretty incredible. Look at this is the dive into a tope into a DDT on Pete Dunne. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look at this. Almost a version of a crunchy that Chuck Taylor does, or Trent does rather. A version of a crunchy. Incredible. 4 guys down in the ring. O'Reilly, Cole, Gargano, Dunne. Karrion Kross, I think, is somewhere on the outside. Each star's trying to get to their feet. Gargano, oh, ducks under. Oh, O'Reilly. Oh, my goodness. Pete Dunne and Gargano kick to the head. Oh, super kick by Pete Dunne. What's he going for here? Oh, poison rana and super kick combination to Pete Dunne. Oh, I don't know what's going on at this point. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly nearly had Adam Cole pinned. How do you keep up with all of this stuff? It's just constant. What a match we're having here. Look at this. Adam Cole, there's a punt kick into a poison rana on Pete Dunne. Then you had the enziguri into a sort of back suplex throw by O'Reilly. Just unbelievable. That's a legitimate "this is awesome" chant. So again, O'Reilly, Cole, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano down in the ring. I don't know where Karrion Kross is. He's somewhere on the outside. Kross is back in the ring now. Oh, clothesline. Oh, clothesline to all 4 guys that are in the ring currently. Oh, goes for it on O'Reilly. O'Reilly ducks, goes for a clothesline of his own, doesn't do anything. Pete Dunne now goes for a clothesline. Adam Cole goes for a clothesline. Johnny Gargano, discus clothesline. Crosses. Oh, he eats it. He's down. Now each guys are just trading forearms seemingly. Oh, double clothesline from Dunne and Gargano. Oh, for a kick. Oh, discus forearm hit. Oh, what's going? It's so much going on. Kyle O'Reilly, double hangman's lariat. It's going around all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Kross. Oh, it just takes out Kyle O'Reilly with that clothesline. My gosh, what a match. It's difficult to keep up with, but it's crazy. Everything that's going on here. My gosh. The Wile E. Coyote camera seeing all the guys in the ring at this point. Incredible. Just incredible. I mean, this match is unbelievable. This match is it's nuts. Absolute nuts what's going on right now for this one. Incredible match. Oh, beautiful belly to back suplex by Karrion Kross. Going to go for it again. Beautiful German suplex by Karrion Kross to Adam Cole. Says up yours to Adam Cole. Going to go for it again. German suplex by Kross on Johnny Gargano. Karrion Kross now starting to dominate once more. Match has really picked up pace. He's going to go for a German suplex. Oh, Pete Dunne lands on his feet. Oh, kick to the face by Kyle O'Reilly on Karrion Kross. This match's pace has certainly picked up quickly. Oh, super kick by Johnny Gargano to Karrion Kross. Adam Cole, super kick to Karrion Kross there as well. Karrion Kross is now on the apron. I think we might see Karrion Kross go through the announce table. O'Reilly and Cole are staring at each other. I think they realize they've got to take out Karrion Kross for the greater good. They're going to have to work together. They're going to powerbomb Karrion Kross through. Oh, no, it doesn't go through the announce table. The table doesn't even break. Table refused to break, refused to budge. Karrion Kross may just be spineless at this point. It might have been broken in half. My gosh. Cole and O'Reilly work together once again. Guess anything is actually possible. Can and truly will happen. So now that Kross is eliminated, we're seeing all four guys brawl in the ring. It's O'Reilly and Gargano, Pete Dunne and Adam Cole will super kick each other. We've got a pair of guillotines locked on. Front guillotine by Kyle O'Reilly. A reverse guillotine, or sort of a dragon sleeper by Pete Dunne onto Adam Cole. Now it's Dunne and O'Reilly squaring off, trading forearms. This match is incredible. Pete Dunne seemingly is out. O'Reilly. Oh, knee to the chest. Oh, beautiful counter by Pete Dunne. Guillotine into a Kimura lock. Beautiful. Alrighty, now beautiful. It's got a triangle choke. Triangle choke by Pete Dunne. Some of this submission wrestling. Oh, slingshot spear by Johnny Gargano. Adam Cole throws Gargano out the ring. What's Adam Cole thinking? Oh, my gosh. That was... Oh, Kyle O'Reilly kicks out. Gosh. This match, it's difficult to keep up. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. These guys are leaving it all in the ring, certainly. Adam Cole, forearm shot to Pete Dunne. Oh, chop. Response by Dunne. Again, now they're just trading shots. Oh, goes for a kick. Oh, goes for an enziguri. Cole ducks, hits Gargano. Pete Dunne. Oh, my gosh. He went for that Daniel Bryan trying to kind of flit. It was hit with a super kick. This might be it. Adam Cole. 2. Oh, Pete Dunne kicks out. Slingshot DDT. One final beat by Gargano. Now he's in the cover. Oh, they both kick out. I mean, he nearly pinned technically Pete Dunne. He's going for a Gargano escape. Double submission. Double Gargano escape. Kyle O'Reilly's in the background. Oh, and knee to the back of the head of Johnny Gargano. God, this was unbelievable. Look at this. You see Pete Dunne. He went for that just moonsault, and he just gets kicked square in the face. With the double super kick by Gargano and Adam Cole. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kick to the chest. Went for a leg sweep. Oof. Oh, knee to the chest by O'Reilly there again. Goes for it. Beautiful brain buster. Oh, my gosh. Kyle O'Reilly just pushed off the top right by Adam Cole. Adam Cole, I think he's thinking Panama Sunrise. Beautiful Panama Sunrise. That's Adam Cole thinking, oh, he's going to get pulled out of the ring. There's no doubt about it. Oh, he's pulled out by Pete Dunne. Well, he left his feet hanging outside the ring. So what do you expect? Brainbuster on the outside by Pete Dunne to Adam Cole. Karrion Kross. Oh, my God. He's back to his feet. Karrion Kross is saying, me and you. Pete Dunne's running away. He's going back into the ring. He's shrugging, saying, bring it on. Karrion Kross seems fine. You wouldn't even know he got powerbombed onto the announce table earlier on. In comes Karrion Kross. Pete Dunne and Karrion Kross are squaring off at this point. Pete Dunne or Karrion Kross is down to one knee. Oh, Karrion Kross. Oh, my gosh. Just another German suplex. Pete Dunne gets back to his feet. Oh, Pete Dunne, German suplex of his own. Bitter end. There's no way. Bitter ends. Bitter end by Pete Dunne. No way. 1, 2. He's kicked out. Oh, he kicked out. Karrion Kross made sure to kick out early just in case. He didn't believe in his ability to get out of that one earlier. What is this? It's a version of a triangle and elbows to the top. They're going for the arms. Oh, it's broken up by everyone. Oof, that was close. Pete Dunne legitimately maybe had Karrion Kross beat there. All 5 guys are now in the ring at the same time. Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Karrion Kross, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly. The crowd's chanting, this is awesome. They're not wrong. Oh, Pete Dunne stamps on the hands and a pair of kicks right to the face of Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, he went for a low blow, Adam Cole, but he got caught. And now the joint manipulation by Pete Dunne. Oh, double Sahido suplex. Double Sahido suplex by Karrion Kross to Pete Dunne and Adam Cole. Forearm to the back of the head of Adam Cole. Cole's outside. He might be out cold. Karrion Kross setting up Pete Dunne. This might be it. Cross jacket submission is locked in. Dunne's buckling. This might be it. Oh, Pete Dunne's managing to fight out with the joint manipulation. He's going to break the finish. Oh, snaps. Karrion Kross sell it. One final beat. Oh, cross jacket now. Cross jacket, but he can't really lock it in because of the bad fingers. Rolls through. This might be it. Got him 2. Oh, Kross rolls through. He's trying to get in the cross jacket submission. He's trying to lock the legs. If he can do it. Can he do it? Oh, last shot by Adam Cole to Karrion Kross. O'Reilly's going after Adam Cole. God, this man is nuts. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly. Knee to the back of the head of Karrion Kross. 1, 2. Oh, Adam Cole. Super kick to the head of Kyle O'Reilly. A super kick to Johnny Gargano. A super kick to Pete Dunne. Good gosh. What's he thinking? Adam Cole, knee pads down. Oh, ducks under. O'Reilly. Heel hooks locked in. Heel hooks locked in of Adam Cole. Is Adam Cole going to tap out? Oh, heel hooks locked in. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? Oh, he's selling it. He's selling it. Is he going to tap? There's no way, surely. Is he going to tap? Kross. Oh, Karrion Kross. Cole's going to tap. Cross jacket submission. Cross jacket submission, but Kyle O'Reilly's got the heel hook locked in. Kyle O'Reilly, who's going to tap first? Who's going to tap first? Oh, he's let go. He's let go. O'Reilly's now in the cross jacket. This is going to be it. Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is going to win. This might be it. O'Reilly's out. That's it. Karrion Kross has retained the NXT Championship. Whoa. What a match. He's still NXT champion. Incredible. Karrion Kross conquers everyone. He is still the NXT champion. Oh, what a match. What a match. Oh. That was pretty damn incredible. Pretty damn incredible. Karrion Kross wanted everyone. He got everyone, and he beat everyone. Where does he go from here? Realistically, where do you even go from there? How do you even continue after that? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a match. Everyone got their stuff in as well. You can't say that they didn't. Everyone got their bits in. Everyone got the big spots. Kross sold when he needed to. Excellent. Excellent match. Excellent main event. Excellent show. I mean, it's flown by. Absolutely flown by. What is it about? I mean, I started about half an hour in, so 2 hours 15, roughly. Not super long. Slower, less than an episode of Raw. Not a bad thing at all. Easily Karrion Kross's best match that he's had in NXT as well. And you know the crowd at the Capitol Wrestling Center doesn't like Karrion Kross, which is right, because he's a heel. They shouldn't like him. Karrion Kross gets the victory. So who realistically can stop Karrion Kross? The answer is nobody. As they go to shots of everyone on the outside, and it's seeming like nobody can touch Karrion Kross at all. They're showing the replay once again. It's a bit strange. Are they planning something? They're showing off the replay of Karrion Kross making Kyle O'Reilly pass out, unless they're looking to go off at a certain time. I don't really know what's going on here. You can hear the referee telling Kross to stay there, work it there. What's going on there? William Regal's backstage with someone. What's going on here? Something's going on. Willie Regal said it's been 7 years since he's become general manager of NXT. And he's never seen so much bedlam. What's going on here? He says he thinks it's time for a change. What does he mean by that? Someone's coming into NXT to replace William Regal. Is that person Samoa Joe? I think William Regal might be leaving. What's going on there? Wow. Wow, indeed.